set 0. Like, it's the first time I've done it. Usually the countdown, I just have it as a, you know, I don't actually, like, use it properly, I think, because sometimes I've waited for a couple seconds more than that. But today I was like, no, I wanna go live exactly when the clock says 00. Whatever. So let's get started. So the scene that I have today, by the way, hello Drew, hello Ms. That guy if you're already there. How you doing? I'm doing good. My computer started making a buzzing sound, so you might hear it a little bit. I think it's the fans, probably. The fans are, one of them is either full of dirt or it's failing. It could be one of those two things. I mean, one of the fans is not working properly. That's dangerous, but I don't think it's going to be the case. So as I was saying, today I'm animating a little scene with Tormund the Tortoise. You've already seen him before. And he's still floating by the magic of Zara, and she's puppeteering him as if he was a horrible villain that is going to essentially bite one of Calavera's books. And I've already keyframed it a little bit. It's not a very complex animation, so I think that I might be able to finish it before the stream is over. Because I'm just going to have to add a few more frames in the middle, like in between. Maybe make the legs wiggle a little bit, because you can see that I'm tweening the shell, moving from left to right. So if I don't move the legs, it's going to look awkward. It's going to look like, obviously, tweened, which it is. But if I shake the legs a little bit more, I think it's going to make it look a bit more natural. And then, of course, I got to also, like, move the book a little bit, because whenever the turtle bites it, it should, like, you know, shake around and be affected by the volume of the bite. Alright, so let's play it once, see what it looks like so far.
Tower of Books!
Yep, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Turtles, or tortoises. This is technically a tortoise, because it's a land creature, right? I'm not sure what the difference between a turtle and a tortoise is, but this is officially tortoise. Doesn't matter what each one of those things is. Okay, so as I said before, the shell, I'm going to keep it solid. I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to start adding maybe some wiggling for the legs, and maybe add a little bit of a wiggle for the book as well. So let's go with the legs. I've already set all my layers properly, so let's just wiggle them a little bit. The power of books. Yeah, books are powerful. You learn with them a lot. And let's see. You can already see the background. The background was rendered in Blender. Remember, Drew, I told you that all my backgrounds are first rendered there, so I can storyboard things properly. But then I'm going to draw on top of that. So those rendered trees are not going to be in the final version of this scene. But I have the background ready. I'm not going to use it, though. So let's wiggle the legs. So I have one layer for the bottom of the shell, and I have one layer for the leg that's back there. I think it's more important to wiggle the ones in the front, though, first. So this one is in the back as well, right? Which leg is this? I think this layer is not doing anything, so there's got to be one layer that's doing two things. Yeah, this one, I made a mistake. So here, this leg over here should be in the back right layer. There you go. Yeah, let's wiggle them. I've done it with a couple other scenes, and it looks kind of good. Like, it just, essentially just, first I'm going to get rid of the peg, because I don't need the turtle to move. Tortoise, I mean. And let's just go, let's see, where is this frame over here? Bring it back. Bring it forward as well. And here, for example, I can just create a new drawing, and then use my onion skin to look at the previous frame and basically just copy it. But as I said before, just wiggle it. I mean, just literally move it a little bit so it doesn't feel like it's a stiff turtle. That's it. I'm not actually creating motion. I mean, there's no function to this motion other than just making him like look like an organic creature that is not cut out. That's all it does. By the way, Drew, were you able to fix your problem with the frame rate? I never asked. I should have asked. I forgot about it. But now I remember, because I was like, why were you talking about Blender? Oh, because of your project, which had an issue with the frame rate in the 2D planes. I don't know if you were able to fix it. I hope you were. So see, now it's wiggling. See, it's a very subtle motion. But I'm gonna add a couple more keyframes so the motion is a bit more natural even. See, right here. And this is the magic of frame by frame. Whenever you add stuff that is frame by frame, it just adds quality, even if it's really subtle motions. I've noticed that. Like, just keeping something static is always going to be the worst option. Sometimes you have to do it because of time constraints, but whenever possible, add subtle motion. That's my mantra from now on, even if it's not a lot. Oh, you haven't had time to check it yet? Okay, because it was like a couple days ago. I thought you already tried a couple things. No, but I get you're busy probably. Yeah, unfortunately these projects like animation and art projects, not everybody can spend as many hours as I can on them. And yeah, it's unfortunate. Because I feel like I should always draw more, but at the same time I think like, oh, other people cannot draw as much as I do, honestly. It's really hard to get so much time to do as much as I do. So I can't complain as much. But I still wish I could like draw every day.
Power of
Oh, that wiggle, I think I can wiggle it even more. I'm gonna continue wiggling the leg a little bit more to the right and see if that creates something cool. I feel like it was lacking a little bit of range, that motion. And yeah, yep. And what else have you been up to, guys? Because Miss That Guy right now is gonna go hang out with people, I think. So they won't be able to stay here for longer. But what else have you been up to in general, like related to art? You'll try to get it done as soon as possible. Also, you finally downloaded DaVinci Resolve. What is DaVinci? Is that like a 3D software? I think I've heard that is a software before, but I don't know which one it is. DaVinci. It sounds 3D to me. Or maybe it's like, oh no, you know what it is? It's a, yeah, I think I know what it is. Never used it. It's like a Adobe Premiere Pro, right? Yeah, there you go. Video editor. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. See, that's a simple wiggle. And I can actually go, like, wiggle it back and forward. And that way, as I said before, like, I feel like he's not a static PNG file. Which is very important. Let's see here. Because I've already done a couple shots where I keep characters static. And it only works if there's, like, they're on the ground. If they're not on the ground, it doesn't work.
books.
Yeah, okay. Gonna go with that. So, Miss That Guy says, my friends drag me to the mall. You don't have any money. Yeah, but the mall's always cool to go to anyway. Yeah, it's cooler when you have money on you. That's true. But still, you know, activities.
Tower of books.
Yeah, see, it's a very simple wiggle. Now I'm just gonna add a few more frames in between. And I'm gonna leave it there. So, yeah. What is that? Parasite Girl. I think. Have you been to one of my streams before? I don't think I've seen you before, but it would be cool if you've been here before. I mean, I like everybody. I like newcomers, old comers, and everything in between. I like people. But yeah. The mall is fun. Today, T Creeper guy, we have him in the Discord chat. He told me on Twitter that he logged off of the Discord server, not server, like his account, and he wasn't able to find his password. He forgot his password. So we might not see T Creeper for a while. Not at least on Discord. He is on Twitter though. Oh, this line is so hard to emulate. You agree. Parasite Girl agrees with not having money and the mall, I think. Probably. But yeah, everything's good on my end at least. I'm able to draw a lot during the weekend, so I'm happy. I'm the happiest whenever I go like, oh, today I like animated an entire shot of my pilot. If I'm able to animate an entire shot, I'm like the happiest guy ever. And today I finished one that I had started yesterday, and I think I'm gonna finish this one. So today's gonna be one of those like 1.5 days, which are the best ones, because there've been a couple shots that took me like 2 days. So whenever I'm able to finish 1.5, it's like awesome. Even though they're the simple ones, though. Let's be real. It's not one of the most complex ones. You're watching Anna on our TV. Isn't Anna that cool character that has like yellow and blue on their face? I think I know who you're talking about. But on TV though, I thought Anna. Maybe I don't know who Anna is. No, yeah, Anna is this gal right here, right? She's on TV. That's weird. I thought she was more like an internet character. Or do you mean like you're maybe like just sharing a screen from Google Chrome to television, I guess, right? I don't think she's on network TV. Your friend can't drive. Okay, so how are you going to go to the mall if your friend can't drive? I don't think you're going to go walk there, considering that you live in the desert. You have YouTube on your television. Yeah, of course, I'm a dumbass. Just that whenever I hear TV, I think of like actual TV. But you're right. Yeah, of course. And no, I've never actually seen it, but people love it everywhere. So I think I'm gonna watch it after I'm done animating the tortoise. And Victoria says, "Damn, straight up." Yeah, Anna. I gotta watch Anna. I gotta watch a lot of stuff, and Anna's one of them. So yeah, and tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a stream on Twitch, and I think that I'm not gonna even have that many people there because on YouTube at least it like tells people that don't regularly watch me on my live streams about the streams, but on Twitch there's nobody that knows me. But I've noticed that the algorithm kind of recommends you to people who might be interested in your stuff. So I want to see if there's people on Twitch that could find me there. I don't know how Twitch works really, honestly, because I know YouTube recommends it to people who have seen my Invader Zim, Scott Pilgrim, and Joker videos. So there's people that can find me here easily, or relatively easily. But on Twitch, I don't know how it works. How do people find people? I don't get it. I think that people on Twitch usually have already like a following elsewhere, right? I don't have a following. I have followers, like subscribers are really cool, which is you guys, by the way. The ones that are here are the coolest subscribers. But I don't have a following. I don't think I can get that much traffic to Twitch. But I want to give it a try. I really don't know how it works. I just know some people get even more viewers on Twitch than they do on YouTube, and I don't know. Then another thing that worries me is that YouTube, some people only watch me for my like usual content, like the actual videos that I upload, and are bothered by the notifications of live streams. They're like, another live stream, I don't want to watch this guy. So I don't want to bother them as much. So that's why I want to try Twitch. If I'm able to bother people who want to watch me live stream, then it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe people here just want to watch the fully animated content. You know, like 1 minute in, just go home. So we gotta do the tests first. Oh, look at that wiggle lip.
Tower of Books.
Cute. He's just moving one leg. Now that looks even more natural than not moving legs at all. Just moving one.
Tower of Books. Tower.
But I think I should also bring the wiggle more to the left anyway. Oh, by the way, there's actually, you know what? The character begins off screen, so I shouldn't move the leg before. I should move it like, yeah, say we start here, and maybe there again. I don't know. Maybe just move it once. What is pretty good? The wiggle of the leg or the Twitch streaming? Both, right? Yeah.
Tower of Books.
Yeah. There you go. That works. Let's bring in all the in-betweens over here. This one comes here. Oh shoot, I made a mistake. I know. I made an error. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this whole area over here. And prolong my exposure. By the way, Victoria, I think you're a newcomer, but if you want, you can join the Discord server. You like the sinister tone on Zara. Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. But as I said before, Victoria, if you want to join the Discord server, there's one link over here. We always talk about stuff over there. But if you're saying that the name is Zara, it's because you watch my stuff then, right? Like Zara, I don't think people know Zara's name usually. I mean, if you want, I'm just inviting you because I like having people on the Discord server. Because we have a few people, we've been talking for a couple weeks now. And I think it's fun. It's fun when we talk there as well. But you don't have to, don't feel forced to. I don't want to pressure people into doing stuff they don't want to, though. Miss Dead Guy says, I watch both, finished projects and live stream. Yeah. Miss Dead Guy is always there. It's always been there since Instagram with Boneface and Pumpkinhead. Yeah, that's one of those people that has watched all my stuff from the beginning. And Victoria says, and I like Calavera too. Calavera is really cool. Oh, by the way, I don't know why I have the entire project closed. I'm going to open it. Because I feel like I shouldn't be showing you guys so much for my projects because it would be like a spoiler. But at the same time, it's only like 6 people that I'm showing my stuff, right? So it's not that huge of a spoiler if that's not the entire audience. Like, I hope to have more than 6 viewers. So I think I don't mind showing it to you guys since we talk. Like, we're having a conversation right now. It's not like you're just viewers. You're viewers and you're also people who I talk to. So here we have one shot with Calavera and it's looking really good. Like in this shot, I had a lot of stuff going on. We have the turtle, we have got homunculus moving around, and we have got Chio Calavera there like working on his stuff. And I even went the extra mile and animated the stuff he's writing on the papers or the what do you call them? I don't know the word, man. It's like a piece of paper that's old, a scroll. Yeah, he's writing on scrolls, and I'm writing like bogus science. And since this is a different universe, it's not a world, and they have their own language and like letters, so they're never gonna write straight up English or straight up Spanish. They're gonna write their languages, which are Manekian and Orlesian for Legion. They just sound like our languages because it's way harder to make up languages, right? But the text, technically, like, even though you hear them speak in English, they're not speaking in English because there is no England, there is no Europe. There is none of those languages, right? And I also added one of these abacuses, abaci, I don't know how you say that in plural, an abacus. And the thing that I missed the mark on is the drop shadow is pretty bad because I just used a tool that basically copies the layer and pastes it as a multiply layer on the table. It's kind of good, but it's kind of missing the mark with the foot of the abacus. Abacus? I don't even know how to pronounce it. But the machine over here, like the calculator, and I gotta fix that. I don't know if I'm just gonna draw it from scratch. That would be also perfectly fine. But yeah, this is a pretty cool scene. And I added a lot of 2D effects, so that's fun. And now we're animating the next one, which is a turtle coming for the book. Victoria says, and now everybody's having a crush on Calavera. Everybody should have a crush on Calavera. I mean, look at him. He's such a, you know, he looks so happy and charming. Look at that face. Yeah. He's a handsome guy. And so is Homunculus. Homunculus is really handsome. Look at that cute little thingy with the little eye bags. Yeah, I have a very charming cast, I would say, so far. So far we only have three real characters being animated. Tormund, unfortunately, won't be a regular cast character. He will only appear in this one-off mini pilot. But he's also charming himself. He or she. Is Tormund a boy or a girl? Or neither? Tormund is a tortoise, that's what he is.
Hour of books!
So I'm going to wiggle the legs back and forth. So let's add some wiggle here. This one over here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my results so far. But that just means that I'm gonna have to work equally as hard on the next shots, which is kind of like, wow. If it took me like 10 days to get like 6-7 shots ready, technically it's gonna take me 90 more days to finish everything else. So it's gonna take me long, but I'm okay with it.
Hour of books!
Back and forth. Okay, that's okay. Let's wiggle the front leg and then start animating the face, because it's gonna be a lot more fun than animating the freaking legs. Animating limbs is usually the boring part, but it's necessary to make everything look like, you know, like something's happening. So maybe let's bring this guy over here like this, and this, and this, and this. I don't even bother trying to keep the volume consistent. It's pretty bad, but I like to work fast. And imperfections is what is actually making this look better than other animations I've done with rig puppets. Because, you know, rig puppets, they're there to make your life easier and to keep the model more consistent. But I've discovered that I actually like some inconsistencies. Some, not that many. Like, you can't go crazy with them. But, you know, keeping everything so perfect actually makes it look boring. I don't love it. All the cartoons I've watched have had inconsistencies in their models. Like, thought out inconsistencies. So I'm playing a little bit with the idea of imperfect stuff. Miss Dead Guy says, I simp. Simp for who? For everybody, right? For Calavera. I think, honestly, the 5 characters are easy to simp for. I think that either of them are charming in their own ways. Like, Calavera is like the typical goth guy. Zara is just cool. She's just badass. Freya's a badass as well. I think people are really going to like Freya once they start animating her. Since she hasn't said anything yet, like nobody's seen her speak. People don't know her yet at all. They know a little bit of Zara and Calavera. A lot of Calavera. But I think Freya's also going to be another one that people are really going to like. Or I hope, because I know I like Freya a lot. Like, the way I've written her, I think she's a fantastic character. She's really charming in a really awkward way. Because, you know, you look at her and she first looks intimidating, but then you hear her talk and you go like, oh, she's a nerd as well. But she's like one of those nerds that don't even realize they're a nerd. Like, she's weird. She doesn't realize how weird she is, but she will find out. She tries to keep it cool and stuff, but she's not. She's one of us. She's one of the weirdos. Let's see, this leg's kind of off over here. I'm just fixing some of the imperfections. I said before, I like to keep the model a bit inconsistent, but I can't go crazy with that. I gotta keep the volume reasonably there. Okay, this is kind of reasonable. I don't know. I think this line should also be down here, though. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this line and do it again. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit better. There's an improvement there, I think. I don't care. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's start with the in-betweening. So let's in-between here. And then in-betweens of the in-betweens, which is a system that you've seen me do quite a few times. Watch people sim for Samhain. Dude, Samhain, I'm not kidding. Samhain is going to be most people's favorite character, I think. I mean, first of all, he's a pumpkin. Like, that's already, like, a guarantee people are going to like it. But the personality is going to be, like, people are going to love it. Like, it's kind of unexpectedly charming and childish even, but childlike, not childish. Childish is kind of a weird term. But I think people are really going to be like, oh, I feel identified with this gigantic monster. Because his personality is surprisingly human in a way that wouldn't appear at first. You at first be like, oh, he's a monster, he acts like a monster. But then you go like, but you know what? He is like me at the same time. In many ways that he doesn't even understand. People are going to identify hard with Samhain as well. And he's a pumpkin himbo, exactly. Yeah, a little bit, but not exactly. Not 100%. I know what you mean, but I don't know. I think people are going to really empathize with him a lot, even more than the rest of the cast. I think the character that's hard to sympathize with is going to be Calavera, actually. But he's likable still, but he's not... You're never going to go like, oh yeah, I feel like him. No, he's really out there. Everybody else is very human, though. Yes, a himbo. I mean, he does have the body type for a himbo, right? And, I don't know. Oh, the voice as well, we're going to have to do an improvement, though, on it. Because I had a smoother idea for the voice. And the voice actor did a great job, but he went a little bit more monster-like, which I like as well. But next time, when I start the actual pilot, I'm going to talk to him and be like, yeah, we're going to do it a little bit more like this. And he's going to be even more charming. Because every other character has exactly the voices I wanted for them. Samhain has the exact tone, but not the exact acting. So I think we got to work a little bit on the acting part. Not that he's a bad actor, but that I didn't give him the proper directions, though. Because with everybody else, I think there was a little bit of a back and forth of like, yeah, let's try this like this. But with Samhain, there wasn't time really to do that, unfortunately. But the actor doing Samhain is so talented that I know he's going to nail it. But yeah, the voice does a lot for the characters as well. Like, for example, Zara is already like really likable just because of the voice. Like, I've been watching my pilot again and again. With no animation, only the audio, and it was like I already like her as a character. Like people are already going to understand who she is, really quickly. And same thing with Calavera and Freya and Samhain. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think the voice acting is gonna do huge stuff for everybody. Because if you only see the character design, you go like, oh yeah, that's interesting. But the voices make them so likable. They're like actual people, even though they're kind of like, I don't know. They're kind of jerks, actually. As a Hispanic person, I really like Calavera a bit more considering that, yeah, he is Hispanic, he speaks Spanish, straight up. Like, and he's not going to be the only character. We're going to have a few characters that are Hispanic as well. And he's one of them. And, you know, like, yeah. I mean, I myself am also Hispanic, so... Actually, you know what? Calavera was going to be played by me. You know what I mean? So that's why I made him like me. He sounds like me. He has my accent. He has my, you know, kind of my personality, but made more like a joke. And he speaks Spanish because I do speak Spanish as well. And some voice directors will tell the voice actors, how do you think this character will sound like? Yeah. But yeah, I wanted a character that was Spanish. I think we have quite a few good Spanish-speaking characters, and I wanted Calavera to just be one of them. You know, like Puss in Boots. I was watching the other day Puss in Boots, and I was like, oh, I love the fact that the cat just speaks like me exactly. And I think that was very cool. And I don't know. I want to be one of those characters, because now the Adam family is also Hispanic as well. For example, right? We got another set of characters on our team. So I think we already have a lot of representation, but you know, I just add more of it. What was the name? Gomez, right? Gomez. Yeah, I always wonder, like, is Gomez Mexican or something? Because, like, that's a very Hispanic sounding name, right? And then, yeah, they made him Puerto Rican, and apparently even the original actor was Cuban, I think. I'm not sure. So, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that the Addams Family had Hispanics in them. And now they made Wednesday straight up Puerto Rican or something. So that's always cool, having more goth Mexicans and Hispanics in general. You know which other characters are also Hispanic? Invader Zim, apparently, I mean, Jonan Vasquez is obviously Hispanic himself. But what we didn't know, because Membrane doesn't sound Spanish, you know, that the Membrane family is Spanish, though. Like, they're supposed to be, like, of Mexican descent. Even though they're kind of, like, pale, because, you know, some... It's not obvious that they're Hispanic, but he said it himself. They are. So that's also cool. Happy noise in Spanish, yeah. Sonidos felices. Exactly, that's true. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, I'm also gonna have Frolician characters speak French sometimes. And what else? You have your brother. Cool. Hello, brother of Miss Dead Guy. It's cool to have you here. I like having people watching me. It's fun. I also like having people talking to me while I draw. Because I'm drawing so many hours. The reason I'm streaming, I told you before, but I will say it again, is because I spend so many hours drawing that I kind of need some company sometimes, and this is a great way to like connect to potential viewers and viewers, both potential and real ones. And, you know, I'm still gonna sit down and draw these many hours, so might as well share with people. So the more the merrier. Blah, 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 blah. And also, Freya, who hasn't spoken yet, I'm gonna have her be from a tribe from the north of the continent, and they are gonna be like a bunch of different tribes that speak different, like, Scandinavian languages. I'm gonna try to go weird. I'm gonna try to go like with languages that are not even spoken today as well, like Sami or stuff like that. Oh, you have me on TV right now. Oh, this is interesting. Uranium core on television. Yeah, I should have had a TV show, man. Somebody should give me a TV show, but I mean a TV show like Conan, not animation wise. I want to be a night host, one of those night television hosts. Ugh, these lines are so hard to pull off. I'm just gonna go with a pulled string. I love my pulled string tool. It's amazing. It's taking me so long to just animate legs that are just wiggling. I feel silly animating them now. But I think they're gonna be important for the shot. Invader Zim's creator-based Dib, Gaz, Membrane, and Johnny from Johnny the Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah, he was like, I'm just gonna write what I know. And I'm also writing what I know. And as I said before, the character Calavera was going to be literally me, in the sense that I could be... so it was easy for me to play him. But even though I kind of match certain things to play him, I think it's better to have an actual actor play him. And that's where Nelson Abrego came in. He's an actual voice actor. He's very good. And he kind of has my tone, but, you know, like better acting, you know, that's important. He also has a better timbre, by the way. Like, my timbre is not that good for voice acting in general. Like, I could practice, but I'm too busy animating to practice voice acting, so I'm just gonna hire professionals to do it, man. Like, I'm already making the music as well, by the way. I make the music, 100% of it. So if I make the music and I make the animation, I can excuse myself from voice acting. I don't have to. Even though most YouTube animators voice act, right? I think most of them do. I think the only ones that don't do are the ones that I admire the most, by the way, coincidentally, which are Zoiril and Vivzy Pop. I think they don't really voice act much in their projects, right? Because I've watched Monkey Wrench, and I don't know which of them is Zoiril, if he's acting in that pilot or that episode. But I don't think he is acting in that episode. And Vivzy, I know she has like a cameo, but that's like a keyword. It's a cameo, it's not an actual acting gig. And Jonan Vasquez as well. He doesn't voice act. Oh, no, you know what? Jonan voice acts the computer in Invader Zim, so he is a recurring character there. What do you say? To be honest, when I first watched the show, I really thought Dib was American because of his skin color. But now when I watch the movie, Dib looked really different. Yeah, now he looks tan now. No, but that's true. That's true. I mean, he is American though. He was born. By the way, that's a good question. What city do you think Invader Zim lives in? Right? Like, because they never say it, and it doesn't look like any city I've ever been to either. I don't know which city it is. It would be like a suburb. Like, it's not even. You know what's funny about Invader Zim? I just realized now is that it's not even like an important city where Zim was sent to. It was probably like a suburb in the middle of, like, I don't know, man, like Idaho or something like that. It's not even like an important city. Because if he at least had arrived in New York, it's like all those movies where like the alien comes and he takes over one of the big like metropolitan areas. But this is probably just like a small town in the middle of nowhere. So that makes his mission even more like pointless.
Devourer of books!
That would be funny. Okay, so we have the wiggle in the legs, and I think the ones in the back I'm going to work on them later. So let's work on the head, which is going to be a lot more fun. Heads are way more fun, you know, you can see the emotions of the turtle and stuff. So the idea is that first the turtle comes with this like deadpan face, so he's just chilling. And then when he gets closer to the book, he opens the mouth. This is the middle position, this is the open position. And then he bites. But before he bites, I think I'm going to do some, what's the word? Anticipation. Meaning that I'm going to open the jaw even more. But only for a couple frames. So I'm going to copy this frame, but I'm going to make it a little bit more exaggerated. So let's do it. Why am I using pull string? I don't need pull string for this. I mean, I want to do it like crazy. Oh, you know what? I should draw first the mouth. That's way easier. You know what? I'm gonna even bring up like the upper part of the head, which is not even how heads work, but it's gonna make the movement a lot more dramatic though. This is cartooning 101. Avoid reality at all costs. I'm even gonna make the head smaller, like that's how big he's opening his jaw. And like this, and then connect to the neck as it was connected before. And then here, I'm also going to maybe bring it a little bit lower, right? And like this. Bip, 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 yep. There you go, and then add a few in between frames. I think the key to minimally good animation is overshoot and anticipation. I think if you do those two, even if the keyframes are not that strong, which is a mistake, you should have strong keyframes always. Because these keyframes are not even that good, they're not even that well thought out. But I think that with a little bit of overshoot, it's going to really sell the idea of force and weight to the bite, to the chomp. So I think that's going to be cool. See, it's really funny. See, that gave it so much strength. It's like, before, without this frame, it just looked like it was just, like closing the mouth. But no, it should be like it gives it a lot more speed. So it's way more aggressive. And then as well, in this keyframe, I should also do the same thing and do overshoot, meaning that I'm going to squish the head even more. And it's going to be really cool. So let's get rid of this one. And onion skin, the next layer, there you go. And let's like make it like a really dramatic like squishing of the head. By the way, he should look thicker here, right? He's squishing, he looks thicker. For a second, but he's still connected to the same neck area, so that's cool. And then squish it over here, and then over here as well. I agree. Sinister. Well, I even based one of my characters on my comic after my family. We are pale Mexican, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Jonan Vasquez is amazing. I mean, honestly, I don't follow his work recently. I don't know if he's still working on more comic books or TV shows. I know he made one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, and it was really cool, really sweet. But I really don't know what he's been up to. But you know, I'm a huge fan of Invader Zim and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, so I will always acknowledge his genius and talent. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, I kind of missed the mark with this frame, I think. I think I'm going to delete it. Yeah, I didn't like it. I agree, the sinister tone is really good. Gonna head out. See you later, guys. See you later, Ms. That Guy. Have fun today, though. Yeah, Ms. That Guy told me she was busy. But that's good. It's okay. It's not always that we can spend time watching streams. I kind of missed the mark with the previous frames. I'm doing it again. That's really sad when you spend a lot of time on something and you watch it and you're like, it didn't fully work. And that's what happened right now. But it wasn't that big of a deal because these frames are very chaotic. They don't follow a lot of anatomy. And that's another tip and advice for people making animation. If you want to make your life easier, use simpler designs. Don't go too realistic. Realistic designs make your life a living hell. I mean, it's better if you like that kind of stuff.
Tower of Books!
You gotta really know if it's worth it. Yeah, that was pretty good. That worked. So now we have the force. Now we just need the smoothness of it all, and let's watch it with the motion, the tween motion. Let's see. It looks like this.
Tower of Books!
I think, oh, you know what? Yeah, there's another thing that's going to give it force, and I already have it here. It's the camera. If the camera kind of shakes when he bites, it makes it look a little bit more dramatic even. So let's watch it.
Tower of Books!
Yeah, it helps. I think that it needs still a little bit more energy, right? So I don't know what to do to give it even more energy, because already the mouth is kind of like stretched all the way, so...
Tower of Books!
There's gotta be something I can do. Maybe the camera make it shakier. I mean, it's already quite shaky. Let's see. Yeah, no, actually, you know what? I can make it shakier because from here to here, it's zooming out and then zooming in again. I can add overshoot to the zoom in as well. I think if I add that overshoot to the zoom in, it's going to work. Make the camera 3D. I don't know why it wasn't 3D in the first place, but now it is. So let's go to the top view and just zoom it in a lot. Like crazy. And now it's going to be crazy shaky.
Of Books! Tower of Books!
Maybe. I'm not 100% sold by it. Maybe the book needs to move a lot more.
Tower of Books!
Yeah, maybe the zoom in was a little bit too excessive as well.
Tower of Books!
Yeah, okay, I think the camera is already moving as much as it should. So we're going to try moving the book a little bit. Maybe the book can also transmit some energy to the viewer. So let's give that a try. Let's go to the node view. Let's go for the book. I've already drawn one frame here. But maybe during the contact, which is right here and here, I can add some frames to make the book look like it's getting munched on. Right, so let's look for the book. The book is right here, so here we need a new frame. And then I'm going to bring back the original look. Maybe here, whenever the face goes normal again here. So now here I need to add something that makes it look like the book is being devoured. So let's try stuff. I don't know what it is I'm gonna do, but I know it needs help. Let's check it out. See, that's the flashy moment. That's the moment where it should like twist and maybe deform. So I'm thinking like giving a little bit of a curve here. Yep. Right, and then bring it over here again. And now this guy over here, like this, and give it like lines like these to make it seem like it's being chomped on. And then this guy over here as well. Boom, 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 boom. Just move it a little bit out of the original position. Get rid of the lines that are not going to be used, which are a lot of them. And right now I'm completely improvising. Sometimes I'm animating stuff that I've already done before in my life, and I know exactly what I'm doing. This is one of those times when I do not know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm gonna make it look like this, like the pages are like moving around. Just make it chaotic. Not gonna lie, Homunculus is a little menace. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. He's one of those cute, evil characters. I mean, not evil, but like, you know, like, he's not exactly good either. He's willing to get his hands dirty. So that makes him at least a moral character, at the very least. But he's adorable at the same time, so it kind of works. Okay, this book looks kind of weird, but at the same time, you're not going to see that part, so it doesn't even matter. Let's keep this shape like this, get rid of this, get rid of that. He's like a little kid. He kind of is. But I don't know. You shouldn't trust a homunculus. He's a dangerous creature. Like if you've ever seen any other media with homunculi, you know that homunculus are not to be trusted. Even if they're fun. And homunculus is a lot of fun though. La 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 la. Let's see. Let's try to bring this guy over here. Oh, that was good. I did a good job there. You shouldn't always be critical of your own work. Sometimes you gotta be also positive about it. And I am usually positive about mine. They're like, hey, that was a good job. I don't need people to compliment me because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I did okay there. Okay, let's check it out without the onion skin. Boom. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna have to hold that longer though. Let's see.
Of books.
Oh, that helped a lot actually.
Devourer of books.
And let's add the camera, and I think that's gonna sell the energy. And now I just gotta work on the fluidity. I think energy is going to be more important whenever I animate these shots. First, focus on the energy, and then you can focus on the in-betweens. Let's check it out.
Devourer of books.
I can give it even more, right? I think I can give it more energy. And in fact, that last position, I'm going to make a new drawing. And I'm going to use the same line work, but I'm going to bring it closer to his mouth. That way it's like, it's changing position because of the bite. That makes sense. Check it out.
Devourer of books.
Yeah, that's such a simple variation that helps a lot. So I just made like a few small tweaks. These are things that really took me just a few minutes. And now the animation is ready to be in between. So now I think that it's the moment when I start in betweening, and it's going to start looking really good. And then of course I'm going to add the crazy lightning effects that he's already had before. I'm going to drink a little bit, sip. And I think it's going to be one of those good shots. I think this shot and this shot are, in my opinion, are really fucking good. Right now, like I got to be proud of when I do a good job. Some of the shots are looking a little bit more stale. Like for example, there's this one where Zara's bringing up the turtle. It looks okay whenever it's like paused, but honestly, Zara's looking a little bit, what's the word? Like static. She looks a little bit like a robot, like a puppet, you know what I mean? And that's not ideal. Honestly, it's not ideal. So I probably gonna have to add a little bit of like in between frames for her to be like, as I said before, organic. Like just move her from left to right or something. Even if it's just a millimeter, I think it's gonna do wonders for the shot, because honestly it's looking very static. The hand looks perfect though. The arm and the face themselves look fine. It's probably the torso and the legs. It looks like she's a cardboard cutter piece, and the turtle, I haven't even started animating the turtle. I also have to animate the turtle. So this shot I'm not proud of yet. I think it's gonna look amazing if I tweak it a little bit. But these two ones are quite honestly pretty good. And the one I'm working on now, I think it's already starting to get some shape and form. It's starting to look good. I mean, it's a simple shot, but the fact that I'm selling the energy thanks to the shaking and the overshoots, I think that's really gonna sell it, even though there's barely any motion. So let's get started with the in-betweens for the face. So whenever I animate stuff, I get rid of the camera movement, because if you add camera movement, it's very confusing. And the same thing with a turtle. He is tweened to be moving, like floating around, so I'm just going to keep him still. That way I'm able to work on him perfectly. It's hard to animate stuff that is moving, although I did animate yesterday, a couple days ago, homunculus walking on the table. And that animation, I did do it like moving the line work around, and it was pretty hard. Because he's not tweened, he is actually being drawn again and again and again to move around. That was kind of hard, but I think there's a trick with the shift and trace tool, which allows you to move the onion skin. Like you're not moving the actual drawing, you're moving the onion skin layer. So, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just keeping the turtle still and animating that. So let's go back to the head. We have the head here. And we just gotta add it in between. So I think I can see the drawings here, I think, right? No, this is the leg. Where is the head? I think this is the head. Okay, so now I know where I am. So now we go from here to here, from here to here. So since we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames until we get to the big one, I think we're gonna have to add another in between right here. And let's draw it. So this is I'm gonna animate it in once because I don't know how to animate in twos. I've seen people that animate in twos, but I'm not capable of getting the same results they get, and that bothers me a lot. But I'll learn when I'm ready to learn how to animate in twos, smooth stuff. For now, I just animate in once, and honestly, it kind of works. But you know, it does much more work. It's a lot of works to animate in once, but whatever. I do what I can for now. I really want to learn how to animate in twos. Because whenever I animate stuff in twos, it just looks choppy. The timing is off. But when I animate in one, since it's like every single frame, like there's never a pause, it always looks literally fluid, which sometimes can be bad, but I think I do a good job at it for now. The thing that I am animating in twos though is special effects, like the lightning of Zara. That's all in twos, and it looks even better that way than if it was in ones. If it was in ones, it would be too much work, definitely. But it gives like that comic book feel and look to it. It looks way scratchier. I like it. And I did the same thing for Fire as well, actually. Fire, I didn't have to do it that way, but I think the effects were better. And also other secondary effects. Ghost Turtle. Yeah, it kind of is a ghost turtle. Now here I am animating the mouth as well, so I also have to draw the mouth on the inside, and it looks like it's going with this angle over here. This comes over here, and this connects from here to there. Brow, brow, brow. Oop, made a mistake. Brow, 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 brow. It's looking pretty good. Pretty cool. I'm gonna look at my Discord, see if there's anything interesting. Nothing? Oh, nobody talked to me on Discord for the entire stream yet. They will later. Okay, let's see now. The tongue would go kind of like this and like this, I guess. And this one comes a little bit out of the mouth. Maybe too much. Bit. Yeah. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but good enough. Cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here, cut there. And what am I doing right now? Yeah, I gotta look at this like this. See, that in between is a successful one because it just isn't a proper interpolation. It's not great, but you know, it does a job. See, it just gives it more time to like open the jaw. Otherwise, it could be too fast. Too fast is not good. So now let's add. First of all, I'm gonna make it even slower by bringing this frame here and bringing this frame a little bit more to the left. Oop, went too far. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna add one in between frame here and one here. And you know what? Actually, one here as well. So now we have to add 3 more in between frames. Okay, fair enough. Let's go. This is the fun part of in-betweening, is that it's pretty automatic. I don't have to think that much. So this is what I meant with I sit down and I just draw for hours, because this is hours what it takes to do. But it ends up looking so good sometimes that it's absolutely worth it. Sometimes it looks like shit, but when it looks good, it's like, oh yeah, I spent like 9 hours drawing this, and now these are the results, and I love them. So it's worth the risk, even though, as I said before, they don't always look great. Sometimes they look kind of like, eh. I could have done something else in those 9 hours. But when it comes out good, it's totally worth it. Let's see, where is this guy coming to? Here. Here. Oh, here. No. Here. Yeah. This is why I don't know if I should buy a Cintiq, because I would be drawing right on the screen, and I would know if I'm nailing it. But I never know. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Boom. 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 Dun 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 dun. Here, 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 here. Down, 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 down. It's gonna take me an hour to just animate the face. But that is like 90% of the animation anyway, so it's fine. Honestly, If it's an hour, it's actually very fast. It sounds annoying because it is an hour of my life, but damn, that's actually very little time for an entire shot. That is like 5 seconds of animation there. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, like this. Dun, dun, dun. Now we have the tongue a little bit. So this is the first frame of the tongue, so I can make it a little bit more vertical, more horizontal. Like this and like this. Turtles are great creatures. They're very dangerous. Ghost turtle. Ghost egg, maybe? Okay. Dun dun dun. That's cute. Such a cute opening of the mouth. And now we gotta go for the next in-between frame, which is this one. So much in between to do in so little time. Whip, whip, there you go. No, I missed it. That's perfect. Bring in this part of the mouth here. And this one like this. Oops, not exactly. Man, I'm missing 90% of these strokes. Yeah, that's good. Dun 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 dun. And let's bring in this line over here. Here. And here. This one's going to be way too hard to like nail it that way, so I'm gonna pull my string. Oh, even with a pull string I can miss the line work. Jesus. It's hard. No. There you go. This time it was pretty good. What about with this one? No. Again, it failed. Yeah, these really close lines are really hard to interpolate. I failed that one as well. I nailed that one. What about this one? Yeah. 3 tries. It took me 3 attempts. But I did well. What the turtle doing? That turtle biting. That's what the turtle doing. Let's see, like this. And let's bring this guy here, here, here. Here, here. And let's keep going. Am I missing anything? No. Nope. So now we have a few frames. Oh, we still need the tongue here, though. No, really, if it does take me 1 hour, this is going to be one of the fastest shots I've animated ever. I mean, 1 hour from now. I've already been drawing it before the stream for maybe 1 hour, and after the stream, almost 1 hour as well. So, total maybe 3 hours, right? 3 hours for one shot is honestly amazing. I wish that was always the case. I think Zoral tweeted the other day that he had finished 20 shots in a week. And that bothered me so much because I would never be able to finish 20 shots in 1 week. Like in this week, I finished 5 or 6. So him saying that he finished 20 to me was insane. That is such a crazy amount of like shots to finish in such little time by yourself. I think he's having help, but I think that the help he has is just they're just working on other shots. So he did 20 shots himself, like background, animation, coloring, everything. That is crazy. I don't have that kind of speed. I wish I had. But today's one is going fast. If I took only 3 hours to finish all my shots, I'd be done really quick. But that's not gonna happen. No way. I'm not that fast. Also, I spend way too much time on special effects and compositing. I think that might be the thing that makes me so slow. Because I've seen Zorro's animations, they're great. Especially like regarding the actual like line work. So he focuses on that. I focus more on composition. And I've noticed that he doesn't add that many special effects. He literally colors his special effects. Like if there's ever lighting, he will just color it on the actual like color of the drawings. Like and that's it. Like he just colors differently. So he's thinking of the effects while coloring, so he doesn't have to add effects later on. So for example, my shading process, my glowing process, and other stuff like that, that's making my process way longer. So maybe if I cut those and I start drawing a little bit like with flatter colors, I can work faster, but at the same time I like my effects, so I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, this is gonna be one of those streams where very few people connect, right? Damn it, dude. Sometimes I start these streams and we're like 5 people talking at the same time, and sometimes it's like just myself. So weird. Why can't it always be like 10 people? It will always be so much fun. Because after a few minutes it gets awkward when I'm talking to myself. But whatever, I promised myself I would stream once a week, so I'm gonna stream once a week, even if I don't have viewers. I don't care. Bro. Dun. No! Screwed it up there. What about here, and here? Way better. Here, oh no, fucked up. Oops. Then. Ribbit dim. Okay. Oh, I gotta add the tongue still. Ooh. Yep. No. Perfect. Let's go. Get rid of this line. Dig it down. Looks good.
Tower of Books!
Nice.
Tower of Books!
Okay, it's kind of working.
Tower of Books!
Just add a few more in between frames. But
Tower of Books!
come on. No. I think somebody's watching me, but I don't know who it is. Is it still Victoria there? Is is Drew. Turtle is turtling. Yeah, it's Drew. So Drew's the guy who's still watching. What's up, Drew? What are you doing right now, Drew? Because like I know you're still watching because you just said something. Are you up to something or just watching? Let's rid of this. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Done. You're building a Lego truck. Okay, that's interesting. It's different. Lego. But what do you mean building a Lego truck? Are you doing like yourself, or is this one of those like boxes that you buy with all the pieces to build a Lego truck specifically? I honestly don't even know how Legos work. I mean, it can be that complex, but I don't know if there's a lot of customization or if you just buy the stuff. I know some people buy the stuff. Let's see. Add some tongue over here, maybe like this, like this. Oh, you're both here. Okay, I thought I only had one viewer. Oh, so you both guys are here. That's cool. It's good to know. And that means my YouTube count on my screen is not working properly. Oh no, it says I have 3 concurrent viewers. Okay, now that would make sense. No. Today we don't have as many people as usually. Well, usually we only have 5. Like that's the highest number we've gotten, I think, of people watching and engaging.
Tower of books.
Ooh, nice. Also, my problem, I think I've already said it before, because I'm talking to myself. I think I gotta add like a co-host or something to make sure that I don't do this radio silence, or what's it called? Dead air, right? That's what we said in the end. I gotta add somebody to talk while I draw to keep it engaging. Oh my god. I think T Creeper said that I can add a Discord call. I'll probably do that next time. I don't know who I'm bringing in, but I'm bringing somebody in. It's an off-brand Lego set of Optimus Prime that my bro got me for Christmas, and we're building it together. Nice. Yeah, those are the best presents, like Christmas presents they can give you, like the ones that you can do something with the person you gave it to. It's honestly a kick-ass idea for a present. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, Drew. Also, you can use the truck for another one of your stop motion thingies. Because I know you like doing stop motion, which is crazy. Not that many people do actual stop motion. The fact that I know somebody that does is actually surprising. Somebody that does stop motion and mixes it with Blender. And the Blender stuff he does it in 2D. Well, not in 2D, but like in a 2D style. That's also another different thing. Creative stuff. Oh my god, I don't know how to do this line. Okay, almost got it. Come on, there you go. Got it, perfect. It's radio control too. It's a radio control truck with Legos. So it has a servo motor or something. Do you have to attach the motor yourself, or is all that electricity part already built for you? Because I know that there are some cool projects that people do with Arduino and Legos. And sometimes they have to do like the electric part themselves. I mean, to a certain degree. You're not going to actually build a motor. It came with a truck. Okay. Ah, still cool. The fact that you can build it first and then drive it. I think that's a lot of fun. Clickety. There you go. Oh my god, and betweening is actually so hard, but so lovely. I love it. Same with the controller. I mean, the controller, obviously. Building a controller yourself would be so hard. Like adding the capacitors and the diodes and whatnot. No, I don't think that would be part of the kit usually. Because even in Arduino projects, which are meant to be like very DIY, even those ones have like controllers that are pretty much already prepackaged. You don't actually have to build a controller. Not usually. I mean, that would be a project in itself. Building a controller, that would be cool. Let's see. Oh, great. Boom, boom, brown. Oh my god, so many frames for just one head. And this is what I realized the other day. Good animation actually has a shit ton of frames. When I made the homunculus walking on the table animation, that was literally like 50 frames. And that's why it looks as good as it does. If I had gone the lazy route and made it in like 40, not 40, in like 20 frames, it would have looked that good. Look at that, it's so smooth. He's actually walking. The guy is actually walking. The only reason why he's walking is because I drew 40 plus frames, so the same amount of frames. Although it kind of breaks here. There's like a moment here where the eye shouldn't be, right? Like, there's one frame where the eye is out of his head. Not meaning it's actually on the head, but it's kind of out of it. It's to keep the effect for the eyeshadow still intact. That's why it's there. But if you pause it right there, then it would break the animation. Well, it doesn't even really break it. It's just weird. It's just an odd frame. There it is. Yeah, that's the odd frame. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Oh, cute little thingy. Oh, and then he goes all anime on your asses when Calavera bumps a table. Yeah. I hate the fact that the last frame is only kept for like 5 frames or something like that, because he looks really funny here. Unfortunately, there's no time, and I've already timed the entire pilot, so I cannot just prolong scenes. I gotta make sure that each scene takes as long as I've already planned it. Otherwise, it won't match the audio. So, whatever. Still, the rest of the animation is pretty good. Okay, now we have the turtle here. Homunculus is baby. Yes, Homunculus is baby indeed. Number 1 baby. Okay, we're missing the tongue here. Something like this, kind of. Something like this. Indeed, he is. Yeah, Homunculus was specifically designed to be the cute. What do you call it? Like, what do you call bait? There you go, cute bait. Like, he's meant to attract people to be like, oh, look at that cute thing, and then look at everything else. Best squishy boy. Yes, he is squishy. He's extremely squishy. Squishiest of all them boys. And yeah. That's the thing that many cartoon series do, right? They have like Bebito. Homunculus is Bebito. No, yes, he is Bebito. Bebecito. Homunculus is Bebecito. Oh my god. Like Bad Bunny would say. Bebecito. Yeah. No, I agree with you guys. But like most cartoons that are popular do that, which is kind of cheating. Like you want to tell a story, you want to have certain elements to show to people, and Bad Bunny exactly, Bebecito. Or was it Bad Bunny or was it the other guy? There's this guy called like Anuel. I think it was Anuel, but yeah, both of them have a similar style. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna look it up. Let me look. Bebecita. And no, yeah, see, I was right. That's Anuel AA. It's another guy who sounds pretty similar to Bad Bunny. They both have the same type of music. But yeah, we must munch the homunculus baby. No, don't munch the homunculus baby. You're not supposed to munch him. You're supposed to do science experiments with him, not eat him or munch. I don't even know what munch is. It sounds like biting him. I don't want you to bite him, just in case. But yeah, as I was saying, like many cartoons have like that cute character, so I needed to have one. So Homunculus was the creation that I made in my lab, specifically to attract people that like cute, cuddly things, like Pikachu. Well, I mean, the whole show is about Pikachu though, and this show is a lot about Homunculus, but he's not the main character. So he has that marketing purpose. Munch, consume. Yeah, I don't want you to consume him either. Don't consume the homunculus. Please. If you want to munch someone, munch Samhain, the gigantic pumpkin. See if you're lucky being able to munch him. He might munch you. Munch. Yeah, munch sounds like biting. Consume. Consume is such a creepy way to say. Exactly. He's kind of a Gur, kind of a mini moose. I mean, Gur is also like purified chaos. Homunculus is the opposite of Gur in that sense. That Gur is actually anti-help. Like you go like, Gur, help me out, and he fails at it miserably every single time. Homunculus is actually very capable, so that's the difference between both of them, I think. The level of capability. Otherwise, yeah, both of them are cute little things. Cute little assistants, specifically. No, because there's this meme that goes like this. Oh my god, Bad Bunny is so fine. Bad Bunny, and it shows a picture of the bald guy from The Nightmare Before Christmas. The bald guy from Nightmare Before Christmas. Who's the bald guy from? You mean the scientist? Gur is Bebecito as well. Gur is also adorable. Gur is the original tiny little cute crazy creature. And you know what? I think Gur, everybody loves his, especially his dog design. The robot is very cute, but I think the dog is what people really love. It's way squishier. But yeah, we have that character. And then Samhain is kind of like the opposite of Gur. Samhain is the monstrous creature. But he's, as I said before, he's likable in a different way. He's charming, but he's very monstrous. And he's supposed to look terrifying in a couple shots, here and there. But he's a good guy in the end, of course. Obviously, he's going to be a good guy. I'm not going to have bad people be the main characters. Except for Cal. Calavera is the only bad person I have in the group. But he can learn to be better. He will learn to be better. But at first, he's a jerk. Zemgur, Sally Scientist. Yeah, exactly. The bald guy from... Does he look like him? I mean, this is an exaggeration. But I know that Bad Bunny looks kind of weird because he's got like a very extravagant style. So maybe at some point he has looked like the scientist from Nightmare Before Christmas. Zemgur, get me my cloak. Let's go to my room, piggy. Exactly. Yeah, that sounds... I don't know if that's actually from the show. It sounds like it is from the show because that's something Gur would totally do. It's like, yeah, whatever you say, dude. I'm just gonna go do my own thing. Now, Homunculus is it's a very hard worker, so that's quite different from him. But they would be friends in a different dimension. Absolutely. Oh my god, so many frames. Why so many frames? Yeah, this is the thing about animation that you learn right away, is that slower motion is way harder than faster motion. Faster motion is so easy to animate. It's easy to think of it. It's easy to... It takes very little to actually draw the frames that you need. And it always works because it's fast. If it's fast, there is no way it's not going to work. But when it's slow, that's when you notice the improper technique. And you have to also draw a lot of frames. So even if it's improper technique, it takes you a long time. And it will be like hours to make something that looks bad. Yeah. So slower motions, I mean, anybody that's been animating for more than a week already knows that. So I'm saying something that should be very obvious to most people. But as a non-animator, it wasn't that obvious to me before. I never thought about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I wish all motions were snappy and quick. Like, then you go like, why does Cartoon Network do snappy cartoons? Because they're way cheaper to make. They also look funny as well. I mean, snappy animation is hilarious, but the real reason is budget, definitely. So this...
Tower of Books!
So the opening of the jaw is harder.
Tower of Books!
Because the munch is like so quick that I can just like draw a scribble in the middle and nobody will even notice it. But here I gotta keep the volume consistent.
Tower of Books!
It's kind of working so far. But this is what I meant. Some people do this, what I just did right now. Like going from here to here to here to here. In twos, which is what I have right now. I have it in twos. And their animations look very smooth, but mine don't. Like if I play like this...
Tower of Books!
Why does it look choppy? By the way, I can also look at it pre-rendered. When you pre-render it, everything looks better though, because this is just the display port. So let's render it as well. See if it looks any better. Turret Munch the book. It's looking pretty good so far. Thank you. I think it does look good so.
Tower of Books!
See, that's what I meant. The second half of the opening of the jaw looks very choppy. I mean, it's gonna have a quick fix. I'm just gonna add more frames in the middle. But I don't understand why other people can do it in twos and have to do it in ones. What is going on? What is it that am I missing? I'm missing something, definitely. Because, like, if you grab any cartoon from Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network, they look fine, right? And then if you download the video and start playing it, like, frame by frame, you go like, oh, it's actually moving in 2 frames. Like, every 2 frames they change the drawing. And it looks amazing. Why? It shouldn't. Mine always looks choppy. It looks choppy when I do that. I don't get it. Let's keep going. Let's get rid of the camera motion because it ruins everything. Let's get rid of the background because it's distracting. And let's keep working on it. Yes, it's looking good so far. Thank you for your words of encouragement, though. That is always appreciated. It helps a lot. Also, the tongue is actually kind of changing size. I think it starts big, it goes small, and then it starts growing again, which makes no sense. So I think I missed the mark with this first drawing. So let's fix that up really quick, like this. It should go from small to big. It shouldn't go from big to big to small, right? You know what I mean? So that's a mistake I made before. I'm going to correct it right now. So now it goes from small to smallish to big. That's the right order. Small, less small, medium size, big, and it stays big for the rest of the motion. That makes more sense. Yeah. See, that's a very simple fix. You know what? The shape of the tongue is kind of changing a little bit from one to the next, right? From here it looks like a lever. Oh, you know what else? The line went from big to short really quick, and then it went to big again. That can be an issue, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep it shorter here then. So long here that it doesn't make any sense with the rest of the ones. So now if we keep it relatively short at all times, it's going to be better. Like here as well. Nope. Got the pull string thingy. Oh no! No, again. There you go. Yeah, that's slightly better. Keep it relatively short at all times. It's not a dramatic change. Yeah, and if it goes fast, you won't even notice it as much. But it is visible, actually. No, whatever. Next frame. I have to draw 3 more of these, and then we can go to the motion blur section of the drawing, which is going to be a lot more fun. Turtle Mouth, yes. That sounds like the name of a band, Turtle Mouth. Like a trashy garage band. Like we play covers of Nirvana and Pearl Jam all the time in my mom's basement. Jeremy spoken. I really like grunge music. Like, I make fun of it all the time, but it's probably the best genre in the world. It's a very... Somehow, it used to be like the genre of, like, emos back in the 90s, but now it's like the genre of douchebags. I don't know what happened there. Or maybe the emos were always douchebags, and they just found out now, in the present. It took them like 30 years to figure out, hey, maybe we're wearing the outcast, maybe we were the bullies. I don't know. Food for thought, I guess. Also, like, how, like, people said Nirvana was like the emo band of the era. Okay, but how the hell was Pearl Jam emo? Jesus Christ, have you ever seen that band play live? Like, that's the least emo thing you've ever seen in your life. It's like very douchey, actually. I mean, I love it, but there's no way that Pearl Jam should be considered emo. No fucking way. Not when the Smashing Pumpkins were playing next door, you know. Like you had Pearl Jam and Smashing Pumpkins, which was the emo one. It was not Pearl Jam, I can assure you that. And they were pure fucking grunge. So grunge emo, I don't think so, man. Kurt Cobain emo, okay, but not grunge. Grunge is a douchiest genre in the world. I love it because I'm a douchebag myself, probably. Even Black Hole Sun. Okay, Black Hole Sun. Yeah, that was kind of a weirder one. Yeah, but you know what? What was the name of the singer? The singer of Soundgarden and Chris Parnell? No, Chris Parnell is the voice actor. No, that's not the guy. I forgot his name. Rest in peace, by the way. He died. Let's look up Soundgarden singer. His name was Chris Cornell. Yeah, Chris Cornell. Amazing singer. Yeah, he made like really good like truck rock music. You know what I mean? So again, I wouldn't say that his music was pretty emo. Although, you know what? I think Chris Cornell was the perfect middle ground between like trucker rock and emo, because he was kind of weirdish anyway, right? He was kind of a freak, even though his voice was very but high. Yeah, it was very like scruffy but high at the same time. Maybe it was a high pitch that made him more emo, I guess, than other scruffy singers like the Nickelback guy. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, no, he was really talented though. He made great music. He was very talented. He had this crazy high-pitched voice that made no sense because he was a baritone, I'm pretty sure. Like, his tone was baritone, but he just went up in falsetto, but with a raspy voice. It sounded great. Yeah, he was great singer, dude. But you know, time flies, people die. He was one of those people that died. You know what? Actually, I think that a lot of the grunge singers are already dead. I think we only have a couple of them left. I think we only have the guy from Pearl Jam alive. I'm gonna look up if he's alive. Eddie Vedder. I hope he's alive. Yep, he's alive and he looks fantastic. Yeah, he's okay. But the Stone Temple Pilots also died not that long ago, and he was also one of the big ones. Kurt Cobain was obviously dead. He's been dead for quite a while. I think that's not news to anyone. Who else is there? Oh, the Alice in Chains guy. What was it that guy's name? It's probably like Paul or something. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look it up. I think he's alive. I don't think he's dead. And if he is, well, I'm sorry. Sorry to his family, his loved ones. But that's another great band, Alice in Chains. Again, another band that I would never consider emo by any standards. Let me see my phone. What's up? Why is it not charging? Charge phone. Ah, there you go. Now it's charging. It wasn't charging for a while. Now it is. But yeah. 90s music was awesome. I send my condolences to his family, to Chris Cornell, right? Well, actually, you know what? I said Chris Parnell before as a mistake, but now I get it why. Chris Cornell and Chris Parnell freaking rhyme, dude. They sound similar. Chris Cornell is the guy who plays Jerry in Rick and Morty. And not only that, he's done a lot of stuff. You know, when you watch a lot of movies when you're a child, and you don't know anybody in the world, maybe you don't know any actors, and then you grow and then you start learning some names, and then you rewatch those movies you used to watch as a child, and you go like, oh shit, that's the guy. Like, I just saw him, Chris Cornell, in The Anchorman, that movie by Will Ferrell, and he was there already. That was like 2006 when he wasn't that famous, I guess, because now he's famous because of the role of Jerry. And he was already in Hollywood. He was already making movies. He was already probably making a lot of money. He was maybe even close to a millionaire. And I never noticed him before. And I'm like, oh, he's there. Like, freaking Jerry is in the middle of this movie. And he still has that great voice. Oh, you know, he has two roles. He has the role in Rick and Morty, obviously, and the one in Archer. I don't know which one made him more famous, because they were kind of at the same time, I think. But yeah, those are the two roles I associate Chris Parnell with. And yeah, you hear him everywhere now. Like, he's everywhere. He's got such a soothing voice. He transmits like innocence in an older guy, which is awesome. And I don't know, he's a really talented dude. But I don't know, it just astounded me that he was everywhere. Also before. Now he's in every cartoon, but before he was in a lot of shows. Like, actually, like live action shows, acting. He also is in 30 Rock. He is in My Name is Earl, I think he is. Ah, great guy. Let's see. Damn, turtle A. Yes, that is my turtle. No, he's not a turtle. He's a tortoise. But I already said it before. I'm going to say it again. There is one line where I typed in turtle. I didn't type in tortoise. And the voice actor of Zara just read it as turtle because, of course, the script says turtle. She just acted professionally and she just read the line. So now I'm a bit bothered that somebody's gonna call it the wrong thing, which is a turtle, which is not. He's a tortoise, land creature, and it was my fault. Like, if it at least was the actor, it'd be like, oh, it's the actor's fault. No, it was 100% me. I typed in turtle. I made the mistake. But whatever. But you know, like, I already spent money on voice acting, and I don't want to do reshots, which would be more money. So I'm gonna keep the mistakes that were my fault. By the way, every single mistake in those voice acting lines were mine. It's not the voice actor's fault at all. I think I gotta be more careful next time, though. Oh, he was a really successful guy. Who, Tormund the Tortoise or Chris Parnell? Both of them. I mean, he still is. He's still, like, kicking ass. Oh my god. Let's keep going. It's been an hour and a half, right? Okay. We've been doing a good amount of time. The last stream was like 3 hours and a half, which was crazy. I never did like a 3 hours and a half stream. It was my first time, and I had a lot of fun. But I think that was the crazy of last time is that it was like 6 people were connected, and we were all constantly engaging from beginning to finish, which was crazy. It never happened that way, and I'm hoping that stuff like that happens again because that's gonna make my animation process that much fun. If I'm able to just talk about shit for 3 hours while getting my shit done. Let's see. Because this is the thing, whether I like it or not, I'm gonna be sitting down drawing these guys for so long that I want to fill it in with other stuff. I have a little bit of ADHD. Not actually, what's the word? Not actually diagnosed, so maybe I don't have it, but what I mean is that my brain needs constant input of information or stuff. So when I'm drawing, I need something, man. And talking helps a lot. So that's why streaming is what I want to do right now. It will be key. Oh my god. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we got another tongue here. Okay, we just have one more to draw after this one. So I gotta draw this tongue and then add one more frame and then we'll have finished the opening of the jaw. And then I should make sure that it looks okay though. Like I gotta do like quality control as well. I don't do that much. I think I gotta change that. Because like quality control is so annoying because it's like you gotta erase stuff that you did before. That sucks. I don't like erasing stuff that I worked on so hard for so many hours. But honestly, quality control is probably gonna be the most important part of everything. Oh my god, is that a cat in a box? Awesome. I like cats and I like boxes, so it's a pretty sweet combination. Okay, let's see. That's a good opening of the jaw. Yeah, looking really good. It's looking really good. But we need one more, I think. We just need one more frame and we're done. So yeah. In between is such a weird process. It's so automatic. It feels like magic. Like I feel like I'm in a loading screen right now because I'm not thinking at all of anything. You love cats, but you also love dogs too. Of course you love both. I don't understand why people say like, are you a cat person or a dog person? Fuck you and both. What do you mean or? They're both fantastic creatures. Cats are amazing in their own ways and dogs are amazing in their own ways. And you know what? Cats have different personalities as well. And the same thing happens with dogs. So saying that you're just a cat person, it's also kind of absurd. Maybe you like one cat but you hate the next cat. Maybe you like one dog but you hate the next one, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I like both. I think the only animal I don't like are chimpanzees because chimpanzees get very aggressive when they're older. And that's it. Then I think everything else I love it. Because if you have like a crocodile, yeah, crocodiles are aggressive, but they you know they're aggressive, you know, they warn you. But chimps are cheaters because they look all cute and fluffy, not fluffy, but like they look cute and friendly, and then they will rip your face off whenever they get angry, dude. Like I don't like that. If you're a dangerous animal, I want you to make it clear from the first moment. Chimps don't do that. You have a dog right now. They're so cute in their own ways, of course. Cats and dogs are great. I mean, honestly, any small mammal is good. As I said before, except for chimps. Chimps are not even small. They're pretty big. But yeah, small mammals are the way to go. You know, cats, dogs, bunnies. Rabbits are the fun. Hamsters, of course. I mean, hamsters, the problem is that they kind of, you know, have a short lifespan. If it wasn't for their short lifespan, I think they're also the perfect pets. They're really cute. What else? Mice. Mice are pretty cool. What else is there? I mean, I like turtles, but turtles are not mammals, so they wouldn't enter the category I'm talking about. Ferrets. Ferrets are expensive, I think. Or maybe kind of exotic. The problem with ferrets, I think, is that they have like special conditions that they need to meet in their environment. So if you don't know how to handle a ferret or stuff like that, maybe it's like kind of cruel to them. Yeah, maybe just stick to dogs and cats. Yeah, ferrets, you look at them, you go like, oh, they're so adorable. But if you don't know how to handle them, like take care of them properly, maybe stay away from those animals. You know which animal I would love to have? Raccoons. Well, yeah, raccoons as well. I meant foxes. Foxes look really cute. But they're kind of dangerous and they gotta be in the wild, I guess. So I shouldn't have one. But I want to have one. Especially if they have like their little mittens. You know, they have like the dark hair in their paws, which makes it look like they have gloves or mittens. And it's really cute. So that's why I want to have a fox, because of the mittens. Okay. So far so good. Raccoons and foxes are like little thieves. Exactly, that's why I like them both, because they look like burglars. It's really cute. Then an animal would be wearing like a, what do you call it? Like a mask. They have like Robin's mask from Batman. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this tongue's kind of out of place. There you go. What do my cats have? Cute mittens. Oh yeah, cats can have them as well. It's kind of more rare in cats. I don't see that usually being the case. But I think that any animal that has like mittens in their fur, I love them. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm done with the drawing of the jaw.
Devour of books.
That's perfect. Not perfect, but it's good enough. And you know what I've noticed that whenever you draw something and there's like one frame that is kind of like botchy, for some reason when you color it, it's less obvious that it is botchy, because there was one or two frames that are kind of botchy here, especially because of the line weights that hit. Oh, you know what? I think I saw it. Ah, there it is. This is what it looked botchy. What is that? What can? Oh, because I have it here. Yeah. I noticed there was like a line appearing and disappearing really quickly. It bothered me a lot. But as I said before, when you color it, it's less obvious. But yeah, it pissed me off seeing that botchy line.
Devour of books.
It still looks a bit botchy. But when I color it, it's going to look better. I just need to add the eye, though. So the eye... What am I going to do with the eye? Am I just going to copy the drawing again and again? You bet your ass. Yes, I'm going to do that. So let's copy this guy and bring it here. And then create one drawing different for each. And then slowly but surely move it around. So from here to here I can keep it still, but then in the next one I'm going to start moving it maybe around a little bit. And I'm going to go like this, maybe like this, like this, like this. It's kind of funny how like the face is getting displaced. I mean, I'm going to do it a little bit better though. But yeah, the effect I want to achieve is displays the eye in a cartoony way. Like, it's not realistic for the eye to be displayed like the way I'm drawing it right now. But it is what I'm going for. Like, I want it to look like the turtle has no thoughts in its brain. Because, you know, it's a turtle. So I think that's going to be really fun. Okay, so maybe display this even more to the right and more like this. Yeah. This would be the final frame, but I think I'm going to bring it over here, make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, looks fine. Okay, so now what I gotta do is I gotta count the number of between frames to know how to properly in between it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I have 11 in the middle, that means that I have to go to the 1 in the middle. The absolute middle would be 11 divided by 2 is 5. 5 and 1, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think this is the one, right? Because I have 5 on the left and 5 on the right. Perfect. So now we need 2 in between it with the ones that are 6 and 6. Perfect. So now I paste it here. I've done this a couple times before, so I kind of know what I'm doing right now. See, this is what I meant before. Like, when I have done something in the past, like, it's way better because I know exactly how to do it. I've already done it before. So now that I have this one, I gotta go to the one in the middle of the middle. So that would be here. And then instead of going 6 and 6, I gotta go 3 and 3. 3 and 3. And do the same thing. Copy this in between it. like this, kind of, more like this. Right? Okay, it's working. And now I'm gonna go to the middle of the middle, which will be here. Do the same thing, and bring this guy over here. Stretch a little bit more. Perfect. And now we go to the middle of the middle of the middle, etc., etc. Right? So now we go this. Okay, so how many frames do we have from one to the next one? Okay. So now this one's going to be an issue right now, what I'm doing right now, because I have 2 frames here. Okay, I'm just going to make the first one look similar to the previous one. Just a little bit more over here. And the next one has to be in the middle of those 2, I guess. Look at this. Yeah, kind of works. I don't love it, but whatever. Let's copy this one, go before, make it go a little bit more over here. So now the previous one is the between of the between. What the fuck? Okay, there you go. The between of the between. Let's place it here. Oh, something like that. Maybe. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of working, but it is not perfect. But what is perfect? I think it's gonna look very botchy. I get the feeling like right now, I kind of feel like it's gonna look kind of weird. Okay, let's give it a try. I think it's not gonna look perfect, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna use a peg tool. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Tower of Books!
Actually, it did work. I think it did work, so there's no issue. What I do need to do is draw the extreme pose for the eye. Like this? Nope. Let me just keep it here. Maybe even bring it lower. Yeah, that's funny. As long as it's funny, it's good. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be funny. And now here, I'm gonna do the close eye effect, typical of anime. But try to make it look angry. That's way too many scratches. Like this, then. And then keep it here more like a normal circle. Like this. Let's see how it looks.
Tower of Books!
That's so cute. Okay, that's very adorable. It's a very adorable animation. Right here, right there, right there. I think this one I'm gonna bring it closer to the final position of the eye though. Make it like this. That would make more sense. Done. Yep. Let's give it another try.
Tower of Books!
I'm gonna make the eye shut longer though. I think I'm gonna bring it even with a skull a little bit more to the right. That way you can really understand that the eyes are being shut for a second.
Tower of Books!
Yeah, that helps a lot. That does help a lot. Alright. This shot is almost looking exactly like what it's gonna look in the end. Almost. Not quite. I'm gonna take half a break to look at my Twitter feed. I don't know if you guys are still there. I think nobody's here. I got only one concurrent viewer according to my YouTube, but this happened before and you were talking anyway, so maybe you're there. Either way, I'm gonna look at my social media for a second because my back hurts. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I can see that you guys are talking anyway, like both you and Victoria, but according to YouTube, I only have one viewer. It makes no sense because I am my own viewer as well. Anyway. Jesus Christ, my back is so messed up. I'm gonna look at my Instagram on my phone just for a second. That way I can, like, you know, what's the word? Unwind? Yeah, that's the word. I can unwind. I gotta unwind. YouTube is frustrating. Nah, it works okay. It works fine. But, you know, it does have its quirks. And this is one of them. That it tells me that I have less viewers than I have. I mean, the difference between 2 and 1 is not that big anyway. But you know, it is incorrect. It's infactual anyway. Okay. I'm getting these bots giving me likes to my stories on Instagram, which are clearly like meant to like advertise like sex stuff, and I hate it. I don't know how they found me, but they're constantly liking my stuff, and I don't like people liking my stuff that aren't people. They're bots. They're not even people. Ah, okay. Oh my god, there it goes. Oh yeah, it's the sound of my neck cracking. Let's see. Yeah, as usual, there's nothing that interesting on Instagram anyway. How could there be something interesting on Instagram? It's impossible. What about TikTok? I'm gonna give TikTok one chance. I usually don't like using TikTok anyway. Let's look at it. You know what? This is why I don't like TikTok, because they always have this like trends that they really take very far. Like there's this kid, the Bill Clinton kid. I don't know why so many videos are about him. Like people are focusing so much on certain stuff all the time, and I hate it. Okay. Yeah. And then there's always this guy, what's the name of this guy? There's this like British YouTuber, KSI. He's always on TikTok as well. Like not even directly. Like people repost his stuff, and I think it's annoying. Wait, what? No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about like social media. And I said that the thing that I really don't like about TikTok is that people like everybody focuses on the same stuff for a long while, and I don't know. Like I feel saturated with their stuff. Yeah, I just looked at TikTok for a second, and it's really boring, dude. I hate it. I don't like it. I have it because people say that I gotta post my animations there to get seen by more people. But honestly, I don't think it's even worth it. TikTok is a thing that exists. Yes, it exists. And you hate that TikTok has trends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The trends are the worst part of TikTok, honestly. The format is pretty annoying, but the trends are what's really terrible of it, honestly. Ooh, almost typed in something. Okay, I just got bored of social media, so let's get back to work. Social media is the worst way to like actually relax, I think. Like I did it just because that's what people do, but honestly, I think it was a mistake. It did the opposite. Almost every person dies from those trends. Yep. And that's the thing. Like I think even people who use TikTok, which I myself use it a little bit. I'm not huge on it, but even people that actually use it all the time, I think even they hate it. So I don't understand why they use it. But whatever. Okay, where's the book? I missed the book. Where's the book? Oh, here's the book. Sorry. I almost got angry because I couldn't find the book. So now the book has to match the mouth. So I just drew this shape of the mouth so it would fit in with the book. So I gotta make sure that that fits in. So I'm not gonna redraw it. I'm just gonna move it around. I'm just gonna grab it here and make it match the mouth. See, now it looks like he's actually biting the stuff. Now we have the book, and we're going to do the same thing here. Oh, you know what? This shot is going to be kind of hard, because this part of the mouth has to be covered by the book, right? Yeah, we're going to have to do that manually. I'm going to have to manually come here and start erasing the turtle. It's going to be very annoying, but whatever. It's part of life. There's no issue. It's fine. And I'm going to bring this guy over here as well. And actually, you know what? The one I'm going to keep it where it was before. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep it there. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see how it looks.
Tower of Books!
Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. Such a cute animation. Okay, this was the original sketch of the turtle that I have behind. That's not what I want. I want the camera. I want to see it with the camera and everything. Social media is like something that is necessary to only enjoy in moderation, yet the companies always try to make you forget that. Of course, obviously. They want you addicted to their stuff. That's how they make more money.
Tower of Books!
Oh, yeah, okay, that looks really good, but I forgot about the peg. I need the peg as well. It's going to be the most important thing of the animation. And then we can start coloring, guys. I don't know, we still need a couple more frames. The smear frames. Let's go with the smear frames and then color. And you're gonna see the scene almost completely finished.
Tower of Books!
Oh, that looks so good, dude. That really looks great. I love it when stuff works out. It really came out very well. Oh, by the way, this frame is still missing stuff. The fact that my little cousin has baby turtles is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy, but it is very cute. Turtles are the best creatures. Let's get rid of this. Well, she has at least 2 of them. 2 of them, I think, are enough turtles. I have a total amount of 0 turtles, so that sounds like an okay amount. 2 turtles? That's more than infinity times what I have of turtles. I don't have any turtles. I think I'm gonna make the tongue go like up here though. It's gonna make it even funnier. Like this. That's kind of gross, but whatever. Let's get rid of all the extra lines. Try this one, this one, this one. Oh, where is it drawing? Oh, there you go. Why can't I erase this one? Oh, there you go. Got it. No, not that one. There you go. Bloop, 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 bloop. 2 turtles. I wish I had 2 turtles. I have 0 turtles. And then this guy, I'm going to bring it like this. And I think that's it, right? I'm just going to color this area black here, so not going to be an issue.
Of books! Devourer of books!
That looks cute. Okay, I just gotta add, as I said before, the quick smear frames, and actually one in between to go to the big one. Even when I do these crazy anticipation shots or frames, I still gotta make one in between. So let's make one in between for both the eye and the face. And then let's get rid of this one. And this one. And bring in the onion skin. That way I can draw the in between. The mouth and the tongue makes this cute, right? I think so. And the eye. The fact that the eye looks so like... It's like the turtle has no thoughts in his brain. I think that's what makes it also really cute. Okay, I'm going to need the pull string. And get rid of the book. Whenever I have other drawings in like viewed, it makes me really confused. Because my brain is not very smart. I'm not a very smart guy. I need to make sure that I'm only focusing on one thing at a time. Otherwise, I will go crazy. Let's see, let's bring this guy over here. And then let's just do one of these, Make sure that get rid of these. Dip, dip, dip. And let's start with the upper part of the head. Like this, like this, like this. And there you go. Boom. No, I made a mistake right there. It's gotta have the same pivot point. Oh, look at that. Baphomet just joined. Baphomet has joined the chat. Just got off work. Nice. We've been here drawing for maybe 2 hours already. And we've been having fun, even though we're not that many people today. We're only like 3 of us. We were talking about what? Cats and raccoons having mittens. And then being cute because of that. And also the turtle has a really nice tongue. I mean, that sounded weird. It's like cute. Not like, I don't know. And we've already got all of this moving around.
Devourer of books!
It's just a turtle chomping on the book. It's really nice. So let's keep drawing the in-betweens. We're almost done with all the frames. Once we're done with all the frames, I'm going to start coloring it. And I'm going to show you how Zara's effects are done. I mean, I never do them again. I just did them once, but I can show you the note tree. Because this is what's so cool about Tormund, is that you can really save effects and previous animations. You don't have to redraw them again and again. And I think that's very useful. And since I'm going to be using a lot of electricity effects for Zara, it made sense that I made one note tree for every single shot. I think in this pilot I'm going to have a total of how many shots with Zara's magic? Maybe like 12 of them. It's like 65 shots total. 12 of them have Zara's magic involved in one way or another. Probably even more. So me having to animate that electricity every single time would be insane. I mean, I still have to animate a little bit of it, but not as much. Before it was really hard the first time when I had to make it. But now I have the note tree saved and ready. So it takes very little time. I really want to make like an actual episode, dude. If I could make an actual like episode with a fighting scene with Zara, it would be the best thing ever. I think Zara's fighting style is going to be the coolest out of all of them. Maybe Zara's and Samhain's as well. Samhain's also pretty cool. Oh, I made a mistake here. The tongue is way too small. Like, the fact that this tongue is so small makes it impossible for it to come from this tongue, so I'm gonna have to make it bigger. No, I don't like when that happens. I don't like when I make mistakes because I gotta erase stuff, and I don't like erasing stuff. Let's try to make it just bigger. I'm just gonna expand it and try to see how much I can reuse. Yeah, that makes more sense. That would be so cool. Was making an actual episode with a Zara fight scene? Yes, that is the goal. I mean, I want to make fight scenes with all of them, but Zara is the coolest by far, though. Because, you know, she uses the magic to punch. She doesn't use the magic to be magical. She doesn't fight from the distance. She actually gets close and punches you with really strong, like, electric-type blasts. And she doesn't fly. She walks on the air. She creates platforms with electricity, which always are creating, like, lightnings between the platform and the ground because of voltage. Because the funny thing about the show is that even though the characters don't know science, I know a little bit of science, and I can apply to the effects. And one of them is going to be Zara creating those platforms and creating a capacitor between the platform and the ground. Because, you know, if the platform has a voltage of something, like, let's say 100 volts, the ground is always going to be ground. It's going to have 0 volts. So creating those platforms is always going to create capacitors between them. And that's always going to be part of the effects. So I want to animate her fighting. I really want to. I want to make it really, really epic. But I need money for that. It's going to be so expensive. Or I'm going to need to leave my job. It's going to be one of those two. Either I'm going to need money or I'm going to need to quit. And I can't quit because, you know what? I need money. From my job, I mean, for eating, not for animation. But for now, let's just focus on the mini pilot. One step at a time. Tormund. His name is Tormund, by the way. Tormund said, yeah, that's what he said. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Yeah, that's a good tongue motion. We just need to add the eye. Let's go for the eye. Where's the eye? Layer of the eye. And onion skin it, and bring it right in the middle. Yep. Perfect. Did that. Okay, let's see what it looks like with the peg and everything. We only need, I promise you guys, we only need to draw one more frame. That's all we need. But let's see how it looks so far with the book, and we're gonna add these new frames, which are one of the most fun frames to add. Let's see what it looks. Oh, the background is too distracting.
Devourer of books!
Oh, that look cute, but that is a wrong book. This is a sketchbook. I need the vector book. Okay, let's see again.
Devourer of books!
That looks nice. That looks really nice. One more time.
Devourer of books!
Yeah. It is a successful animation, I would say. But we need just one more frame, which is going to be the smear frame. Because when he goes from the really open jaw to the closed one, I want to really represent the fast motion with a blurry one. So let's do that. Okay, where is the layer? Let's get rid of this eye. Let's get rid of this head. And do what I just said before. Let's get rid of the book. So distracting. And let's get rid of the camera motion. And let's get rid of the turtle motion as well. There you go. Now we go back to the head. And now we can see the two frames that I need to in between. Yeah, the bite is a perfect bite. So now for the bite, I'm going to have the turtle going from up to down. Like bringing the upper jaw lower. And it's going to be so fast that it's going to slightly deform like this, I think. Because in all the ones before, we always had like a concave curve. Now we're going to have a convex one to represent the motion. And then he's even going to be deformed a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to also like stretch him to make him like thinner. You still love the little homunculus hanging in the corner. Yeah, I forget he's there. Yeah, he's right there. Right here, I think, right? Right on top of the onion skin. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? You can't see the onion skin so well with him over there. But yeah, you don't have to. As long as I know where it is, it's going to be fine. You don't need to see the onion skin. That's for me. You don't need it. So it's worth having homunculus there, just chilling. Okay, let's see. So I want to see if my idea is actually good. Because it might have been the wrong idea, because now it looks like he's smiling. I don't like that. I want him just to look like he's angry. So maybe get rid of that. Actually, you know what? The in-between would be way lower, right? Why is it so up high? Yeah, I think I just missed the mark entirely. Also, I'm gonna get rid of the shell because I said before it's confusing. It's confusing me. My brain is too small to understand what is happening. Let's get rid of everything. I'm just gonna use the head then. Perfect. Now I can really focus. Okay, so maybe draw it like this. Maybe draw it like this. I said before, I really want to stretch him here. Oh, so hard to in between this one. I'm having a hard time with this one because I want to make it fun, but I want to make it also like accurate anyway. Let's go like this, like this, like this. Like here's where I can really take a lot of freedoms because of the fact that he's being deformed because of the sheer velocity of the motion. But at the same time, I can't go too crazy with that. Let's see. Okay, I think that's the last line I gotta draw. And I'm gonna start editing it a little bit because I think I really went too crazy with the deformation of the head. Like I want to deform him, but maybe I went too far. Come on. Be gone, lines. Scratchy lines. Tormund should be a recurring character. He has my heart. Tormund, unfortunately, I don't think he will be recurring a lot. I mean, we already have the main cast. We can have other characters appear every once in a while. But Tormund is just really an item in this episode, unfortunately. Sounds mean to him because he's a great character. But no, he's not going to be... He's not going to be appearing too many more times. I also love the... Yeah, I already read that before. Okay, so let's just do this and maybe make the tongue... Actually, you know, I'm going to deform the tongue like crazy. It doesn't even make sense. But it doesn't have to. Yeah, people don't really come to my cartoons for realism, I guess. You're crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for breaking your heart or hurting your feelings. But it is the truth. And now the eye is going to start going like crazy as well. So let's go crazy eye. Din, 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 din. Din, din, din. Perfect. And now let's add the smearing. This is the fun part. Like this, these lines over here. Like make him like blurrier. Let's get rid of this, this. And actually, you know what? I'm going to add a bitmap layer to make really scratchy 2D effects, which I already mentioned before. I really love. And let's just make everything so twisted and deformed to convey speed, because it's a really powerful bite by Tormund the Tormentor. I mean, I'm gonna add one of these. It's a really powerful turtle. Yeah, something like this, and I think that's enough to convey speed. Let's see what it looks like.
Tower of books.
See, that's good. It looks really fast.
Tower of books.
Really dramatic. Okay, so now we're done with all the drawing for today, which is amazing. I have never finished an actual animation on stream, and today I managed to do exactly that, which is awesome. I finished an entire animation all within the stream. So let's see what it looks like. The whole thing.
Tower of books.
Yeah, so animation wise, we're done. Now we gotta work on coloring and effects, so that's gonna be cool. Okay, so first let's work on the shell, because it's right here. It's already ready to be animated. Power of books. Yes, power of books. Power of books, turtles, and witches. Those are the three powerful things that we're working on right now. So first of all, I need to do an import. Yes, a munch. Let's import the palette for Tormund, which we've been working on in all the previous scenes. I think we also worked on him on scene 6. So let's go to the palette library and bring in Tormund. And you can see that we already have the skin color, the shell colors, the shell bottom color, the original glow, and Zara's glow. We have everything that we need here. Devourer of books. Nom. Yeah, in the original storyboard, I had written the word chomp. Yeah, see, right there. You can see that I had written chomp, like sound effect. But yeah, Devourer of books and chomp. And then we have... This is going to be the next scene I'm gonna animate. I'm gonna do it tomorrow on Twitch, by the way. I don't know who's gonna be joining. I only have 2 followers on Twitch right now, and even them might be busy. So it's possible that I will be streaming on Twitch and having no viewers whatsoever. But the algorithm is probably going to recommend it to people. So this is the scene I'm going to be animating tomorrow there. But as I said before, I might be lucky to get a couple viewers. And this was also going to be fun. I think I'm going to be streaming the process of keyframing though, which is something I've never done on stream. I mean, for example, this storyboard, I never keyframe on the storyboard. I think it's what most people do though. They keyframe on the storyboard, but I literally just work on the composition. So the only thing I have on this frame is the position of every character. I don't have any motion, so I gotta do that later. And then we have got Zara laughing, and then we have got the introduction to the amazing Samhain. Samhain is going to be so hard to animate, bro. I'm gonna have such a hard time. Because of the stupid design, his design is so hard to recreate. Tomorrow depends on the time I get off work at 2:30. Yeah, I'm gonna start animating, I think, at 3 EST as well, so I think you could have time. So if any of you are interested on watching me on Twitch, I'm going to give you my link here. What's like the Uranium core? I just found it. I mean, don't feel pressured to watch it because Twitch is just an experiment that I just started. I'm just starting tomorrow anyway, so tomorrow my first stream. I got a couple people to follow me from the Discord server, but even they might not join, so I don't know. And many people don't even have a Twitch account, so that makes it even more annoying. Like, everybody has YouTube. Not everybody has Twitch. But, you know, like, whatever. I'm still gonna stream there. I wish you the best. Exactly, there you go. Like, yeah, you can join, which is perfectly fine. But, you know, whatever. We'll see. So, as I said before, this is what I'm animating tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm animating Calavera actually fighting the Tortoise. I think it's funny how I spent like 10 days animating such a ridiculous sequence of events. If somebody that didn't know that I was an animator asked me like, oh, what have you been doing for the past week? I would be hesitant to tell them exactly what it was or explain them what the scenes were because it's really goofy when you think about it. But I don't regret it. I'm not completely embarrassed of it because it actually looks good. It's looking really good. It's looking really clean. You're more than happy to let your followers know about the stream. Okay, that could be cool as well. Thank you, Baphomet. And yeah, but that's tomorrow. Today we're still on YouTube, so let's go on. I already told you that I was going to color the turtle. So let's color the turtle. Okay, so this is the cool thing about Toon Boom. I'm going to explain to you a little bit because I'm going to go into teacher mode for a second. I'm sorry. I have some teacher instincts in my soul. So I've already shown you the tree. The tree usually starts with a peg. Pegs are used to move the characters around. Like you can move them without the peg, and this is usually how you classify objects. So for example, this peg right here classifies that all of these layers are going to belong to Tormund. Oh, Victoria's leaving. Okay, goodbye Victoria, don't worry, it's fine. As I said before, so the peg controls a lot of other pegs, and all these pegs also have their own categories. So that way, if you have a category for the leg, you can include certain pieces. That's some amazing animation. Thank you, Victoria. And then each of these drawings over here, these like blue thingies, they actually have 4 things. They're not just one thing. They have 4 layers each of them. So for example, the shell has line art, which is what I'm already showing on the screen. It's right there. But you can also add color art, which is a separate layer but belongs to the same drawing. So whenever you change a frame for that layer, you are using the same coloring anyway. So now let's get a composite one. That way I can join them both. I can merge those 2 layers. And now this composite is going to another composite, which is going to be the Tormund composite. I call it composite. I'm so dumb. Composite for Tormund. So now in this composite, I can grab the color layer and start coloring with the vectors from the line art, which is really cool. So I go here, I make sure that the line art is transferred to the color art, and that way I have the same vector information, but no actual colors. Nothing is drawn there. Now I go to my colors, like shell, and start just dropping in. And this goes here, 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 and let's go with the other shell. Tick it in. There you go. And we have the coloring for the turtle already. For the shell at least, the outside part. Now I'm going to do the same process with everything else. I'm just going to color everything. Let's color the bottom. Let's see. Bottom comes here, here. Now get rid of this and bring this guy over here. And I can do the same thing. It's going to be kind of an annoying process. Let's go with the color of the shell bottom. Like this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's do the same thing for the leg front, I guess. Or maybe let's start with the legs actually. Line art. Paste it here. Give it a composite. Paste it here. Color art. Put it here. Here. And then let's do the same thing for this guy. Might as well do it beforehand. And then start coloring. This is my layer organization. It's literally like 50% of the time I spend animating, honestly. Kind of annoying, but it's the best long term, especially when I start working on effects. I just got a couple more. Now I gotta start organizing this a little bit better. Let's bring this more to the left. This guy a bit higher. These guys a little bit higher and more to the right. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. Bring this guy here, bring these guys here, bring these guys over there. That way we have more room to work on this stuff. Now we need to add another line art. Let's add another composite. Let's add another color. Blick, blick. And we only have a couple more layers to do that too. I think the head already had it figured out. So, and the eye and the mouth are kind of different. Actually, I'm not even using the mouth layer. So let's get rid of that. The eye can keep it like one object. So I'm done with that. So now let's start coloring everything else. Let's go for the legs. Let's look at the color for the skin. And who am I painting? This guy. So let's paint this guy. Okay, let's keep going. Now this leg I think has some animation. It's got a little bit of a wiggle, so I just gotta color the entire wiggle process, but it's gonna be quick with the vectors information. It's making my life way better. Such a fast process, and I think I'm done with that leg. It's wiggling and everything with all the colors in place. Let's go for the next leg. Leg background or back right, so that means that it's this one. Yep. And this one also has, so I also have to color it, the entire thing. No sweat because I have done my organization correctly. As long as you have organized everything well, it's not really a difficult process. Okay, and now the back legs, the ones on the left side, I guess, because now I have the mirror view, they would be the left legs. Now let's go with those, and those are going to be equally easy to work with. Oop. This one. They have no wiggle though. I don't know if I'm going to add any animation to them. Probably not. Let's see what it looks like.
Tower of Books!
Yeah. That's funny. And now the same thing with the head. The head's going to be the most annoying part because it's got multiple colors and a lot of frames, but that's part of it. So let's... Oh no, that was quick. Actually, I'm going to just color the face first, and then I'm going to color the inside of the mouth. So this is what I meant with how quick it is when you work inside of Toon Boom. If you did this in Photoshop or Krita or Clip Studio Paint, it would take so much longer, unless there was a way to send you the information of the vectors. But I don't think I can do that as easily. Here I'm already working within the program, so of course the vectors are still there, and I can use them to the fullest of their advantages. They're awesome. Okay, yeah, like this and like this. So now when I add colors, I start noticing the problems or the incongruencies with the layers. For example, the book should obviously be in front of the leg. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of keeping the book outside of Tormund, I'm gonna make Tormund or the book part of the whole thing. Let me get rid of these things that I don't need anymore. And now this book composition, instead of going solo, is going to go directly into Tormund's composite. And I'm going to make sure it's in front of the legs. See? Now it's in front of the legs. That makes more sense. What does everything look like now?
Devourer of books!
That is perfect. And in fact, there's like a moment there where the mouth inappropriately is in front of the book. And I think the animation might be so fast that people won't even notice it. So that's also part of the magic of animation, making stuff that just people don't notice. I mean, I still might
Devourer of books!
but I really don't notice it yet. But once I color it, I'll know if it's bad. If it's really bad, I'll just have to edit it out, the bottom half of the mouth. But it's looking good so far. So now let's go to color. I'm gonna use just black for the inside of the mouth. I'm going simple today. Or wait, no. Am I using black? I think black is not the right color though. Nope, I'm not using black. I'm using the color of the shell then, the darker one. Nope, I'm not using that color either. I'm using a new color. So first let me figure out the color of the tongue. It's probably gonna be like purplish, dark purple. I was thinking maybe. Yep, for the tongue dark purple kind of works. So for the rest of the mouth I'm gonna use something similar. I'm gonna call this one tongue and add another one that's similar. I'm gonna call it mouth, I guess. And I'm gonna make it darker. Darker saturated. Maybe. Ooh, no, not that. There you go. Does that work? Maybe even darker. Let's go darker. Darker? Yeah, so it's like barely purple, but it is not black, since black is a boring color for these cartoons. Yep. Yeah, there you go. So quick. There. See, it's really easy. That's why I love Toon Boom so fast. This stuff would have taken me so long. Before I used to animate it in Sketchbook Pro, and this process would be way longer than it is being right now. So fast. So deformed. I think my Wi-Fi just started failing.
Devourer of books!
Okay, let's see again. The same animation.
Devourer of books!
Awesome. It's looking pretty good. Pretty rad. So now the eye, and I think I'm done with the turtle, at least regarding colors. I would have to start worrying about the effects in the book. Where is the eye? I can't find the eye. Oh, there it is. Color, I'm going to color it white. Eye. Let's change the color to white. Perfect. And frame by frame. Not working. Something went wrong. I'm in the eye. And where's the line work? Oh, maybe this one is wrong. Yep, it's not here. Where is it? Oh, I drew that in the head. That is wrong then. No, that's a mistake. Nope. Oh, is it here? Finally, found it. Yeah. Get rid of that, bring it to the eye layer, which is where it should have been in the first place. And keep working. So now let's go back to color white. And now we can paint it. Perfect. Keep going. And dip, 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 dip. And dip, 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 dip. Yeah, this is the fun part of animation. I think I'm done. Let's see.
Devourer of books!
Yep. I'm done with the flat colors, and I have to add shading, and for that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something, but I'm not sure exactly what. Let's think about the book for a second. And the book, I can color it any way. Doesn't matter, really. So I'm going to create a new palette called book. Let's add a few colors. For the pages, I was thinking some sort of worn out yellow pages. So I'm going to call this one pages. Simple as that. I'm going to add another one called cover, which is, I was thinking of dark red, which is not exactly the usual color for covers, but I don't know, for these books I think it works. So just color the cover, that's quick, and color the pages. That was also quick. And let's go to the other two keyframes. Let's color these guys. And then the cover as well. Oops, the cover had a mistake somewhere. It's not connecting here. Oh, it isn't. There really is a gap. No problem. Just gotta add this thing over here, and we're done. That was fast as well. Ooh, here's a mistake. Here, this shouldn't be like this. This should have like a line from here to here. And then this should also have the same coloring. Oops, something happened there. Yep, now it's perfect. And now we have the books here and here, now here, 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 and one more cover, and I'm done with the book. Okay, the book was easy to color.
Devourer of books!
Okay, that's quick. One more time.
Devourer of books!
It works. Alright, now we start adding effects. So let's go look at everything. Is it mirrored? No, now it's mirrored. So it looks good. Okay. Is the camera working? The peg is working. So now we gotta look at the background as well. Let's see.
Devourer of books!
Okay. So this is the cool part, which is adding these special effects. So let's see. I go to my library, I go to my assets, and I start adding stuff. Get a taste of that sweet, sweet knowledge. And in this case, it's pretty simple because I've already built everything. So it's already pre-worked. But I bring in this node tree, and this node tree I'm going to unpack it because I don't like keeping it packaged, whatever, like in a group. So this is the node tree that I use for Zara's effects. So here I have the key ingredient, which is a simple animation in 2D, which I'm gonna show people right here. So there you go. So it's right down here. So it's just like 9 frames or something like that. It's just a few frames. So these frames are literally hand-drawn electric effects. It's literally just a zap. So I use those to surround the like silhouettes of characters and objects. So that way I can draw like a laser, and the laser is just gonna have a bunch of these guys coming out of it. And first of all, I want to have them come out of the turtle. So the turtle's the first guy, right? So let's go for Tormund. Tormund is this thing right here. Oh, but I have an issue that the book is in the middle of everything. The book shouldn't have electricity. So that's going to be annoying. So I'm just going to have to go with each body part, which is going to be crazy annoying actually. But okay. So the trick is that in this composite, I'm going to add a bunch of regions. So there's planar region, right? Planar regions can have the shape of a rectangle, a disc, a triangle, or they can follow the image of an object that already exists. You can use image, for example. So now if I plug in here an image, and then I plug this in here, then it's going to go into this system over here that's going to start emitting a bunch of these guys. So this guy goes into sprite emitter, and the sprite emitter starts creating a bunch of them. And this is basically just baking. You always have to do these for any particle system anyway. I don't think there's any valuable information there, but the sprite emitter is quite important. So now the planar region, let's bring in first of all the shell, for example. The shell's a big part of Tormund, so let's bring in the shell. So you bring in the shell, you put it right into planar region. So now when you say image, you mean the image of the shell. And also you have to add the peg. Like whatever is moving the shell has to move the planar region as well. Otherwise it doesn't know if it has to follow the turtle or not, and it has to. So now that we have that, this thingy over here, where should it go? Oh, you know what? I have to add Zara's magic mask as well. This is the thing that makes it glowy. This is another thing that I also already built. So let's ungroup that guy, and let's go to it. It's over here. And this one is quite simpler. You just add something here, and it's going to make it bigger. So it's going to make a silhouette out of it. So for example, in this case, we want that with, I'm going to create a new composite. It's going to be composite Tormund minus book, because the other one is a composite with the book in the middle of everything. And I don't need the book to have any electricity coming out of it, so let's not add him. And here I'm going to add, obviously, the shell and almost everything, really. That's so annoying, so many things to add. Whatever. Where is it? Where's the shell? Oh, this one. I'm going to start with the shell first. I'm going to add it to this, and this is going to be resized. And once it's resized, it's going to create a silhouette around it. It's going to go to a new composite where I can add more stuff. Then I'm going to matte blur it. This is going to turn whatever you put in there, which, for example, a turtle is going to turn it into color pink, hot pink specifically. Then you can add more stuff on top of that, and then you make it a little bit more transparent, 50% transparent. And you add 3 glow layers, meaning that you will transform it into hot pink with certain intensities. You add a little bit of red. Red is what makes it really look good. And then you add the actual glow that's going to emanate into other objects. And now this guy comes into the drawing right behind the turtle and in front of the book. And I think I gotta add one more thing. Oh yeah, of course, the electricity. The electricity is going to be added where? Right here, I think. And let's see what it looks like so far. Yeah, so it's already working on the shell. So the shell already has, essentially, the resize is adding the shell, making it just a little bit bigger. So the silhouette is being used to transform into color pink with the matte blur. Once it's pink, you make it transparent, and once it's transparent, you make it glow. And now the electricity is going to start appearing randomly later on, see? Because you added the sprite emitter. So now he's got a little bit of like tiny particles of electricity. The one thing that's going to make it everything look better is going to be adding like the ray that Zara is sending, and obviously all the other body parts. So now that's going to be what I'm going to do right now, which is going to be very annoying. I'm going to have to add a lot of planar regions for the head, for the legs, for the other legs, I guess. Maybe it's not that many, actually. Maybe it doesn't need the shell. I definitely need the head, so let's bring in the head. And as I said before, I also have to add the peg for the head. Where's the peg for the head? Oh, there it is. Let's bring it over here. Everything is very confusing right now. There you go. And you have electricity coming out of the head. But the problem is that I also have to add the head to the composite without the book. There you go. Now you have the aura coming out of the head as well. Now I need to do the same thing for the legs. So let's go with leg front right, add it to the composite, and also add it to the planar region. Oh my god, the node tree is so annoying. I actually love working with it. And we also need to add the peg for the legs. Right here. Oh, something just disappeared here. What was it here? Is the head missing? What happened here? I think this was for the head. I think it did disappear for some reason. I don't know why. Let's go again. Yeah, see, now it has electricity coming out of it. Okay, it's starting to look good, but I'm gonna do it here because otherwise it's gonna get really laggy. This is just like Blender. You have the viewport display, and then you have the pre-render. Pre-renders where you can see what the scene is gonna look like with the effects and everything. But honestly, that takes up too much graphics power. So let's not do that now. Let's bring in the other leg. Here, let's add its freaking peg as well. So annoying. Here, and add this guy to the composite. Here, and now I also have to add the leg, the back one, to the composite for the glowy aura. Here. Is the teacher getting schooled by Toon Boom? I don't know what you mean, but yes. I think so. Yeah, I said it before on Twitter. I would like to also make like, what's the word? Tutorials for YouTube, for Toon Boom. But I think I'm gonna wait until I learn a little bit more because I'm afraid that I'm too new to the software to start teaching already, because I personally still have bad habits. And it would kind of suck for me to tell people what to do when I still have bad habits. So imagine I told you do this, and this is actually something that the industry frowns upon. I'll feel kind of shitty teaching people things that are wrong. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer. before I teach anything. Like, I think I have stuff that is very valuable for people, but at the same time, I want to avoid being the guy that people reference as the guy who told me things the wrong way. So I gotta be careful. What? Like the animation software is teaching the teacher? Is Toon Boom teaching me to do stuff? I guess. I mean, I'm always learning stuff on Toon Boom, honestly. Like, Toon Boom really made me step up my game as an animator. Before, I don't know, I mean, I was working hard, obviously. But I think Toon Boom made me think of animation in a different way that is way more object-oriented, which is something that actually resonates with me because I know how to program a little bit on Python. So I think I prefer thinking of animation as a program software rather than just drawing. I'm not a traditional animator, so that makes sense in my case. I don't know. Yes, Toon Boom is teaching people a lot consistently. I think I just need to add one more, or is this one already here? Okay, I'm kind of confused right now. But I think I got every single body part already included into the node tree. So I think that it's already okay. Let me get rid of the background, see if I can make sense of what's happening. Yeah, so now I can see better what's going on. Yeah, you can see Tormund has got that aura going around him. And not only that, you also got like the tiny little sparks coming out of him at all times. And I think I gotta modulate these sizes for close-ups or close shots. For example, this shot's so close that I might make the electricity come out a little bit bigger. So in the sprite emitter, I have the option of changing the parameters of the size, for example. Instead of making it a 0.5, I might make it a 0.8. See, this made it a little bit bigger. Maybe even bigger than that. We'll go 1.2. Ooh, I went kind of crazy there. So now, the problem right now is that when I want to look at my effects, I cannot play them here because here they look like crap. I mean, you get an idea of what's happening, but I'm gonna have to render it. So let's pre-render. Oh, before I pre-render, I'm gonna save the project just in case. So let's save the project, let's pre-render, and now we'll be able to watch what it looks like so far with the glowy effect. But as I said before, the thing that's really gonna sell the illusion is going to be the ray coming from Zara. But that's already looking pretty cool. Pretty chaotic. That was so fast.
Devour of books! Devour of books!
Yeah.
Devour of books!
That looks nice. But this is what I said before. This part right here is the only part that is still not good. Because this part of the jaw should be behind the book, obviously. Like, there is no doubt of that. So let me think what I can do. Because there are a couple tricks that I have learned that I think I can already apply here. For example, and this is a good one actually. I think I have a good idea of what I can do. Let's go to that part right there. And I can always just hand draw, erase stuff, like traditional style, right? But I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of 3D on my side. And let's go to the head right here. And this is the crazy part, okay? The peg technically works in 3 dimensions, meaning that the turtle, you can see it from above right here. So essentially what I mean is that I can move the head in 3D space like this. I can bring it back and front, right? And this is the coolest part, is that I can even rotate it. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. There you go. And I'm going to try to keep one part of the head above the book and the other part behind, which is going to be kind of hard. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, but I'm going to try it. Maybe I can do this. Oh, almost got it. Actually, I think because of the rest of the body, this would be too complicated, so maybe I'm not going to do this at all. It was just an option. It was a possibility. But yeah, it's not going to work. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else. I'm just going to do it hand-drawn, right? Yeah, I guess. I don't like doing stuff by hand. I like doing stuff automatically, but whatever. For today, let's just be a traditional animator and do it properly. So we have a couple of drawings where you have to do it, which are actually a lot. Oh my god, that would be so much work. Or how about I just do it for the last... I think I'm going to do that. You know, like, yeah, I'm going to do that. No, dude, it's so annoying. I don't know how to fix this shot. Whatever I do is going to be so annoying. Yep. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Let's go for for the book. It buffered and kicked me rude. You mean the stream is not working? Let me look at my Wi-Fi. It might be that my connection just got bad again. I hadn't been having such good Wi-Fi these past few days. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, my Wi-Fi is working fine, but the stream did fail a couple times. I just saw I got like the error, not receiving enough information. Let's hope it gets better. If it doesn't, I'll just leave. I hope in Arizona my connection is better than the one I have here. I've had so many issues in this place right now. But we'll find out next month. Okay. Let's see, line art, color art. I'm going to use an underlay layer here. And I'm going to use this to essentially cut the book. So let's go cutter here and oops, sorry, and here. And I'm going to use this layer to cut the other two layers. I think this is going to be the best way to do it. Let's see if I'm right. So let's go. Oh shoot, I forgot that this would be a different drawing. Oh, you know what? No, yeah, I know. No, I don't. Or yes, do I? I'm not sure if I know what I'm doing right now. Dude, it's so hard what I'm trying to do. But I think I know how to do it now. Perhaps. Or maybe not. What should I do, dude? I'm trying to work the least possible. This is what I'm trying to do. That's the problem. Maybe I just gotta work hard on it. And forget about shortcuts. Yeah, let's just go make another layer and just use it to cut these guys. And let's just go frame by frame. So I'm just gonna call this one the turtle cutter. That's the name of the layer. And something went wrong here. This is what went wrong. Okay. I just gotta go frame by frame. That's it. No automatic stuff. So now we grab this. Oh, it's to cut. But we shouldn't be cutting the book. We should be cutting the turtle. I'm such an idiot. Okay, same idea, but applied elsewhere. Let's bring this cutter and bring it to the head. Jesus Christ, so many layers. And now cutters. Here and here. And add the cutter here and here. Finally, this is what I wanted. I just wanted to cut the piece of the head that I didn't need. So now I can do that here, here. Color this. Again, successfully done. Okay, now I know how to do it. See, I just came up with the solution right now. Now here, I went too far, so it's cutting too much of the turtle, so that's also not good. So you gotta be careful. Okay. Now we know. Don't go overboard with it either. It's gotta be kind of concise. The more precise, the better. The good thing is since I'm working with vectors, I can just kind of push stuff a little bit further. Oh no, that's terrible. I'm just gonna go forward. Forget about it. Again, went too far with it. Come on. Oh, no. Let's bring this guy over here. Oh, the magnets. Why is it doing that? Don't do that. Okay, maybe I do not know how to work with vectors. This is another possibility. Okay, it's better. No, why is it doing that? Ah, perfect. Finally. Next one. Oh, this one is clean. I love that one. Not all of them. All of them look so good. Oh, that one's also very clean. We only have a couple more before I'm done. come on, one more to go. We're almost done. Come on, no, don't do that. This is the last one, I think. Yes, it's working. It's working, come on. There you go, finally, did it. Looks fine.
Devourer of books!
I'm clapping myself. I'm such a douchebag, really. Honestly, I kind of embarrass myself now that I look at it, the rendered version. Although before rendering it, I am going to add something that's pretty cool. That is the thick outlines. Much better, right? Yeah, it really helps a lot. Otherwise, you're just like, I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense that the book is in front of the turtle, of course. Yeah, you need to be kind of logical in that aspect. Matte resize. And this is what I love about Toon Boom, is that I had to fix it kind of still thinking about objects. Like, it's like programming, kind of. I didn't erase anything, I cut it. Cutting is different from erasing. Now the matte blur has to be color black. And the resize, I usually use kind of like a 0.7 or something like that. So let's bring in the background. And I'm going to show you the difference between thick line outlines and no thick outlines. So if it doesn't have thick outlines, it looks like this, which is perfectly fine, but it really pops out when you add the black outlines. And I can make them even thicker. So let's go thicker. Yeah. I think this is the right amount of thickness for this shot, since it's very close. Even a little bit more, I think. I can go a bit further. Let's go 1.3. Yeah, 1.3 is good enough. Okay, let's keep it there. Thick lines with double C, of course. Which, by the way, I kind of went back on my thick lines thing. Remember that I was very into thicker lines, but I noticed that whenever you do thick lines, and even if you do just a little bit of tweening, the effect that it gives is very flashy. It looks very flashy. So you gotta do one or the other. You either go thick lines or you go with tweening. And I think I prefer going with a little bit of tweening and taking back the thick lines, really. So for example, the shot of Zara, if you get close, the lines in her face and in her design are actually quite thin. I'm using thin lines most of the time, which makes it look a little bit more traditional, honestly, especially when you render it. So I think I'm gonna stay with thin lines for the drawings and then adding some thick lines on the outline. Here's the same thing, right? The lines inside are actually quite thin, which is very typical in anime. I've noticed that anime has it's got a feel of like quality, and line work has a lot to do with that. Not meaning that thicker outlines makes it look bad necessarily, but it does make it look, you know, like cheaper somehow sometimes, which is funner. It's more fun. But I think I want to be right in the middle. I want to be somewhere between Invader Zim and Avatar. You know, when you watch Avatar, it looks like anime. They have thin lines. They never have thick lines. So I'm going to do thick outlines that are not even that thick. I used to like make this like 3 times thicker, but I'm just going like, slightly thicker. Slightly. And the inlines are always thin now. I think it looks better in the outrun. What I'm keeping extremely thick are gonna be the eyes. The eyes do have thick lines still. Oh, and you know what? These wrinkles are made in raster. I'm also going to add more raster. I noticed that it doesn't have to be either or. It doesn't have to be 100% vector or 100% raster. You really can use both, especially in Toon Boom. So for example, right here you can see homunculus. Let me see if I can play this. Let's play this.
Yes, destroyer of nerds!
Right there, homunculus is doing the perfect combination of both raster and vector animation, because the body and the head look extremely clean, especially the head, because the head I'm using a little bit of tweening, not a lot of it, but there is some tweening in the head and the eyes, so that makes it look really consistent. But then when he almost falls, I start adding a lot of like really hand-drawn traditional frames, which makes him look really charming. And you can see really both things colliding in a really good way. You see the clean vector art of the body and the crazy smudgy lines helping that. I don't know, I think that this is really the best combination of both things. And the same thing happens with Calavera. The wrinkles are raster as fuck. Like those wrinkles are like from a comic book. a traditional hand-drawn comic book, and the rest of the body is very vector-like. He's very clean looking here. And then the special effects I'm adding here are also like rasters. And the fun thing is that even though they're rasters, I gave them drop shadows, which makes it look like the effects actually exist in real life, which is weird. I think I've seen it before. I don't know which shows have done that, but I'm doing that definitely. Which is like making effects and making the effects have like repercussions on real life, like shadows. So it's a really weird thing, especially because the 2D effects don't even look real at all. They look very cartoony, but they have shadows. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And yeah. I still like the way that the compass is actually making a line right there. See? And, I'm proud of that. I think it's a silly addition to the animation, but I love it. It's like attention to detail that is not necessary at all. Probably nobody will notice it, but I will, so I like it. Alright, let's go with the turtle. The turtle is almost finished. The thing that's really missing is the background, obviously. And of course, excusez-moi, the shading of the turtle. And the book needs more texture. The book without texture looks like crap, honestly. Oh, didn't I render it? I'm gonna render it again. So I'm gonna look at the animation being rendered. Then I'm gonna add shading to the tortoise, and I think that's gonna be the end of the stream because it's been 3 hours already, right? So let's watch it once. Let's give it some shading to the turtle, and I'm gonna go take a break. And then when I'm back, I'm not gonna be streaming obviously, but I'm gonna be back on my computer drawing. Oh, this looks good. I'm gonna add texture to the book in the background. So let's look at that.
Devourer of books! Devourer of books!
You know what? And I think you're gonna like this. I think that instead of doing the shading, I'm gonna do 2D effects with rasters, just like I told you right now. I think that's gonna be more fun to show to people. So let's add the effects on top of everything. Like they supersede the tortoise, they supersede the background, they supersede the special effects. They're on top of everything. So let's bring all of this. This is the final composite, by the way. This is the image you see on screen. Let's bring this all the way down here. That way it's not going to be hard to add a raster, which is an RASDF. This is a type of layer that I created that's only for rasters. So once you start drawing here, it's already bitmaps. So let's go to the properties, or color, I would say, black, and you can start just drawing like this. Like it looks scratchy already. So I miss scratchy animation. So I think I'm going to add some effects for the biting part, for the chomp. So that would be right here. And oh, you know what else? I'm also going to add some effects here for whenever he bites really hard. So I'm going to add like smears like this to add even more velocity to the motion. Let's see what it looks like. See, it looks more comic bookish. So I kind of like that kind of stuff. Let's look at it here though.
Books!
Yeah, it's not even visible. Like it's
Books!
it happens so fast that you wouldn't even notice it. But I want that if somebody pauses the video right here, they notice all the smudgy raster effect. So that's one thing. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add effects here. So what could it be? Could it be just like lines like this? That would be kind of boring. Smudgy. Yeah, smudgy. Smudgy is kind of cool, especially when it's fast. If it's not fast, no smudges, of course. I think I'm gonna add like lightning bolts, even though he's already got a lot of electricity though. And I'm gonna make it color like white maybe. Here, and this one would go here. You know, and these effects are mostly inspired, you know, by what show? By Arcane, of all of them. You'd be like, Arcane? Yeah, Arcane has literally just 2D effects added at all times, which is absolutely insane. But they really do it really well. I mean, I'm not as good as the guy working on 2D effects there, obviously. But I am trying to use that show a little bit of inspiration for the 2 effects. I really like how scratchy they look at all times. You know what? The background is, again, too distracting. Let's get rid of the background one more time. And keep drawing my stupid smudgy effects, which are my new passion. I didn't know I was gonna like 2D effects so much, especially since they're so easy to make actually. Like I'm so lucky that so many things that I actually like are actually easy to make, and these 2D effects are quite easy. Like any guy who gets their hands on like 2D software would be able to make these without learning that much. I mean, there's also like more intricate 2D effects, but the ones I'm doing are the scratchy ones. Let me see if I can look for reference like Arcane 2D effects. Because in Arcane they have the actual like fire, smoke, and stuff like that. But they also have like the crazy Jinx, psychosis moments. So those are the ones I'm really thinking of right now, more than anything. Let's see, Arcane 2D effects. Let's bring in 2D effects. They're amazing. I mean, the guy working on 2D effects in Arcane, dude, that guy is amazing. Or guys, they're multiple people. Like these bombs being extremely 2D, then the electricity. I think that whatever they're doing for electricity is not that far away from what I'm doing. Like they really have like drawings that are hand drawn, obviously, and they're adding like glowy effects in the same way that I did, which makes it look really magical. But then the line work is so cartoony. It's insane how cartoony it is in reality. Like there's no way fire would move like this. That's not a real Flash. This shot is just beautiful, dude. And this is extremely scratchy. Yeah, so this is what I want to achieve in the early future. Oh my god, look at it. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is not so far from what I did right now. Like, that drawing is just as much with the brush, and then you add it to the composite tree, and look how it looks. It looks like a glowy, layered thingy. So, not that far off. I was just guessing when I did my thing, but honestly, it makes sense that they would do it the same way. Just with better 2D artists. Because, you know, there's people that literally just focus on doing, like, 2D effects. There's people whose lives go around this. Exactly, look at that. There's a guy who studied to do that, essentially. Maybe, like, a master's degree or something. So, obviously, I'm not going to get to this level anytime soon. But I'm going to practice it a lot more then. The more I practice, the closer I get to it. Right now, I'm just going scratchy, though. These are not intricate at all. But they're really cute. Another couple more, and this is when it dissipates. Going very simple with this one. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So it looks like this.
A books!
See, it looks like a comic book. You know what it looks like as well?
Tower of books!
I don't know if you've seen the movie Scott Pilgrim. You also want to mix it with analog horror effects, maybe. But Scott Pilgrim also does this, what I'm doing right now. It's very Scott Pilgrim-ish. The movie, I mean. Like, if you watch the movie Scott Pilgrim, it's like live action, obviously. And they add these silly comic book looking 2D effects. And even, like, not very, like, complex cartoony effects. So yeah. This is probably also from Scott Pilgrim, what I'm doing right now. And let's just add a couple extra lines, I mean. Give it a little bit more speed. And then color it a little bit. I said we're going to use white. I think I'm still going to use it. You gotta watch Scott Pilgrim. And when you watch Scott Pilgrim, do me a favor and look for these effects. They're everywhere. And you don't even notice them because they make so much sense with the storytelling that you don't even think about them, but they're always there. These crazy 2D effects. Yeah, that's it. I'm done with the...
A books! Tower of books!
Now let's add some colors to them, and I'm also gonna make them like really scratchy as well. And that's gonna be the end of the stream, though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done for today. Once I'm done with the 2D effects, and I render it once at least. So now for this part, I think I'm gonna use this tool right here, and then the bucket tool anyway, because I'm like I ain't got no time to like just hand draw everything. Something though, like this, like this, like this, this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Boom. Sounds good? Yeah, it sounds like a good plan, right? Should I go white or should I go with a different color? I think I'm gonna go with yellow. Yellow's more charming. Oops. I don't know what it is about yellow, but I think the yellow's pretty good for these 2D effects. Also, it really pops out with the really purple backgrounds that I have in this episode. Because I've noticed something about me is that my backgrounds are very purple consistently. And I remember that it pissed... I mean, I don't have nothing against Vivsi Pop or Vivian Medrano, not personally, but one thing that always bothered me about like both Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss is the insane amounts of color red. Like, it really bothers me sometimes when I watch, especially Has Been Hotel. I think that Hell of a Boss found more of a balance with color red, especially for the environments. But Has Been Hotel has, the pilot I mean, everything is so red. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, oh shit, I think I'm doing exactly the same thing with my backgrounds. They're always very purple oriented. Like, it's very gothic, but at the same time it's always the same color. So maybe that's something I gotta work on. Make stuff less purple, I guess. My characters don't have that much purple. Zara has a little bit of it. But the backgrounds, they're always purple. But the good thing is that in this case, yellow pops out really well inside of an orange environment. So I think this is what's going to look really good. It does take place in Heck though, but I see what you mean. Yes, but no, but my problem with Vivsi, it's not so much the environments also, but the characters, all of them have a lot of red. And I think I'm not the only one who has mentioned that. There is a little bit too much red. And I mean especially in Has Been Hotel, I think. Hell of a Boss, since they have already started working more, they have already figured out how to fix some of the quirks that they started with. They have more experience, so I think that they have added more colors to the environment especially. But Has Been Hotel is so red. Yeah, but I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that it's the only thing that I'm kind of bothered by. It was the heavy inclusion of red. And especially because it made me think that maybe I am using too much purple as well. Like, if she's using too much red, maybe I'm using too much purple, and I think that I might be, especially for backgrounds, as I said before. Let's see what it looks like.
Tower of Books!
Okay, it looks cute so far. Let's see what it looks like here. It looks adorable. I love it. No view. Let's bring in the background. But, you know, I won't know how it looks compared to the background until I color the background. This background is still in black and white. Let's save the file. Let's render it. Let's view it once or twice. And that will be the end of the stream. Ah, man, I have fun with these, really. The best thing about this stream, even though not that many people came, we only had like 4 people in total, in different times even, is that I finished an animation. I never finish an animation during a stream. I always finish it later. To be fair, it was a very simple one. But let's see. Come on, play. Yeah, that's nice. Now with sound.
Tower of Books!
It could be a little bit more dramatic though, right? I feel like it's still lacking a little bit of energy, which bothers me because I thought I had the amount of energy already there, but I think maybe the camera has to go deeper. Let's see it again.
Tower of Books!
It is missing a little bit of energy. Like, it's not bad, but I feel like it needs some more velocity. And I don't know how I'm going to achieve it, but I'm going to try to achieve it though. One more time.
Tower of Books!
Yes, it does need more energy. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing before I leave, which is moving the camera even more. So this is a camera peg. So the shaky moment is very visible because it's the only one that has keyframes, so they're right here. Maybe, I'm just going to try this, I'm going to move the camera more to the left or to the right. Like here, for example, and it's going to make it shakier. That might be for the worse, it might be for the better, I do not know yet. Actually, I made a mistake. Shouldn't have been here, should have been here. Oh no. I don't know where to do it. So maybe this one should be here. And this is the one that should be shaky over there. And this one could be shaky over there as well. I'm just trying different stuff.
Of Books!
I don't know. I don't like it. No, it is shakier, but it's not good. What about up and down? Maybe make it like go up and down.
Books! Devourer of books!
Okay, maybe add even one more in between frame that goes really down. And that would be like ultra shaky.
Books!
Maybe. Let's watch it. You use the grease pencil in Blender for exaggerated comic style action graphics as well. Yeah, see, yeah, in Blender, grease pencil would be the equivalent to bitmap. Here we call it bitmap because this is where bitmap looks weird because like usually lines in Toon Boom are vector. So even as you've seen how I draw like a madman. I never focus on anything. But even those crazy strokes look very mathematical, and you know what I mean? They look very clean. So grease pencil would be the equivalent to our bitmap layers. Okay, maybe too much shakiness. Let's see it again.
Devourer of books!
That is way too much shakiness. So before it was too little energy, now I feel like it is too much. What about like this?
Of books!
Let's see. Where's the one that's up? Maybe this one can go a little bit higher, a little bit more to the right. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Man, it sucks that I feel like it's only missing a little bit of energy. I feel like just a little bit more of energy would make it look exactly how I imagined it. But now I feel like it's missing something. It's bothering me so much because right now there is really nothing that I can go back on. I could redo it, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm definitely not gonna redo the scene. So, oof. That is too much though.
Devourer of books!
Too much camera motion is not that good either. Maybe bring this frame a little bit higher. Still shaky, but I feel like I've gotten rid of that exaggerated.
Books!
Oh, I think that might have been good. One more watch. Yeah. I prefer adding stuff than deleting stuff. I don't know why it's like a psychological issue. I could just redraw the shape of the mouth again. But I really don't feel like it. Oh my god, that would be so annoying. If this was an actual animation studio and I had a director and he had the same taste that I had, I know that he would tell me just redraw the face. And I would hate him so much for telling me to do that. But it would be the right option. Let's see.
Devourer of books!
I think I'm satisfied. I think I'm going to keep it that way. Okay. So you know what that means? That means that we're finished for today. I'm going to go take a break. Probably go for a walk. I'm going to walk for maybe 20 hours. And then I'll be back. I will eat something. And I will start the shading process. I don't think there are any shortcuts I can take with the shading process here. So I'm just going to have to hand draw each shade for each body part. Gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, and the book. I don't know how I'm going to do the book, but I'm going to add some texture. Probably in Krita. Because I'm not very good with textures here in Toon Boom yet. So I can maybe just export the 3 layers to Krita and do the texture there. Are you going to stream the shading? No. That's the end of the stream today. Sorry. Oh, if I might stream it tomorrow. No, I think I'm not going to stream the shading. I'm just going to shade it at my own pace later. Because tomorrow I'm going to animate the next scene, which is the one with Calavera fighting the turtle, which is this one. And I won't see you there, so I'll see you on the next stream on YouTube, which will be next week on Friday probably. If you are able to join. If you're not able to join, that's also perfectly fine. Okay, but that's the end of the stream. Bye.